If these entities were trying so hard to contact us, why would they be so cryptic? Why would they be always hiding? It doesn't make any sense. There's got to be an explanation. Nights slow, quarters slow, my eyes twitch, my ears itch, no tips. I am licking my lips. I hear it inside. I open my eyes. I know I can hide. Something is moving. I swear it's not me. I'm open blocked. It's still penetrating. Roll back and sway. Deep in away. I'm losing my life, my son and my wife. I'm begging you, please. You got what I need. Oh God, you hear it again?
We're shit. He's waking up.
Corner demons coming alive. Crawling up the walls. Better open your eyes. Empty your wallet. Open your ears. I got 2 big bills and a bucket of tears.
I have a successful business. I'm happy doing what I do. Next month when I get paid, it's gonna be like way low compared to what I get paid from YouTube. I am nervous. I'm too stressed out. I'm already at my wit's end. I got a million things I'm juggling to try to make happen. There's just too much going on right now in my life.
It's not my fault. I did nothing wrong. Watch me explode. Like a big pepper bomb. Try to ruin my business, but I am a success. I got a finance degree and a pile of vests. Did you see that thing that was up in the corner here?
We're shit. He's waking up.
Corner demons coming alive. Crawling up the walls. Better open your eyes. Empty your wallet. Open your ears. I got 2 big bills and a bucket of tears. I am Satan Burnell. I'm changing my name to Lucifer Satan Burnell from now on.
Is it the end of days? Is it the end of the world? Is it the second coming of the son of Satan?
Satan has come for me.
I am Satan. Hail Satan. Coming for you, Sister Catherine.
Heal thyself, hail Satan, loving tonight.
Satan is evil.
Satan worship, one side looking for God, one side looking for Satan flashing.
Yes.
Your dad is Satan.
Satan. Kill him. Kill the demon. Rip its head off. Shove it up its ass. In the corner.
Satan lives in her pussy.
Here it is. Demon child on the floor. Burn in hell, Burnell. Now I'm going to burn in hell for the rest of eternity.
He sits alone in his darkened room, controller in his hands, spin lights his doom. Games become a fight he can't command. He screams and shouts at shadows there, enemies in his mind. Rage is all he bears, delusions wrapped around him tight. Rage quit hero, can't face the fight. Weakness is his only light. Rage quit hero, fails tonight, yells away into the night. Clicks and taps are all in vain, still he cannot show. Every game's a strain, excuses is all he knows. Rage quit hero, can't face the fight. Weakness is his only light. Rage quit hero, fails tonight, yells away into the night. Looks and taps are all in vain, skill he cannot show. Every game's a strain, excuses is all he knows. Rage quit hero, can't
What is up, everybody? Welcome to a...
Tonight, you.
Yeah, that actually tracks. What's up, guys? How you doing? Holy God. It has been a flurry of activity these last few, I don't know, what, 48, 72 hours? Jesus Christ.
Blood for the blood god!
You know, you make a valid point. For those of you who have never been to a stream of mine before, if you haven't, there is a running gag / bit that I have, and it's at the very top of the chat there. It says Tier 0 goals met. Used to be the Tier 0 tips goal, then it was the Tier 0 streak, and as Phil changes it, so do I change it. Basically, every stream that I am on, we have a goal, and there's always the Tier 0 goal, which I shoot for 0 memberships, 0 tips, 0 super chats, and 0 contributions. Luckily, again, since I have started the stream, we can say for sure 100% we did hit the Tier 0 goal, which does increase the amount by 1. We've now hit 131 goals, and as always, since I ever got the soundboard or the stream deck or whatever, we always celebrate with a little
Blood for the blood god!
Why? Because it's something that I've been doing ever since I got this fucking stream deck, and why not continue traditions? But that's why we do it. We've hit 131. Let's fucking go. So what's this on about today? I mean, obviously it's about the retconning that occurred. And we'll cover quite a bit of stuff in that. I want to start with a video before I get into just, casualized conversation and whatnot. And as we're going, feel free to ask questions, call me an asshole, do whatever. I'm easy. Basically, as long as it's only coming my way and there's some, basis for it, no moderator's going to really fuck with you. Try not to be going after, other chatters is my only ask. I've never had to ask that before, but yeah, there we go. That's kind of my only ask there. We're going to be going over Snort Hogan's bit first, and we'll be bringing up some stuff as well in reference to what Phil says. I've got not exhibits, so to speak, but I have stuff that I want to bring up. We'll also get into obviously the one part of it that I definitely felt the community kind of pool together on, or anybody who was naysaying pulled together on, and that was the cringe factor of the honor, integrity, and honesty bit. Which there's a reason for it. I agree, it was cringe, especially since I've listened back to it. You're not going to get an argument from me. I also wouldn't have changed in that moment. I probably wouldn't have changed my verbiage. I probably would have said the same thing. Maybe that makes me an asshole, but I'm okay with it. Anyway, we've got Filbert here. We're past the intro. Let me go ahead and go back to the intro, because I like giving, the shout out to the people who actually helped me by cutting and clipping and stuff like that. So a big shout out to Snort Hogan to start with. Let's go ahead and bring him up, and we'll go from there. So, and I'm sorry I'm having trouble keeping eyes on both the chat and everything else. Let's get going.
Let me tell you something, brother!
Snort, Hogan. Drip, snort. I got the drip.
The Trackers are sad that a $2 super chat and says,
By the way, we also run him at 150 here because nobody wants to deal with Phil at 100%.
Ex-cop fumbled with false information about you. Well, again, here's the thing.
Well,
This is
thank you,
what confuses me.
Darkwind.
Was I really supposed to believe that? Number one, am I supposed to believe that he's really an ex-cop?
Go, yep, keep going.
Even if he's an ex-cop, why does that make him reputable? The best part about that conversation, right, was that I said, hey, here's the real person that I talked to at the department. It was a woman, not who you're talking about. And he goes, well, give me the information. I'll call them and talk. And I said, but what's to stop them from lying? Oh, well, you just don't understand how truthful and reputable cops are.
Actually, that's not what I said. I said you don't understand the honor and integrity aspect of being in the law enforcement profession. I didn't say cops were intrinsically honest. The question was, why would they tell you the truth? There is an intrinsic reason why. I thought this was a lot deeper into the video. I don't have it up yet, so hold on while I get it up. This is known as the Brady list, the Brady Giglio list. So basically what happens, you can look this up, and I'm going to go ahead and just create a new window here, so that way we can just do this. Sorry, I thought this was going to be much deeper into this, but here it is. This is the Giglio Brady website. And so what is Brady? Okay. Brady is something that is taught very early in the academies. To ensure fair trials for Supreme Courts of the United States, created the Brady Doctrine, obligating the prosecutor of every case to investigate, gather, and disclose all information about any individual whose testimony they will rely. The Brady List is the definitive public-facing platform of record for information about officer misconduct, decertification, public complaints, use of force, do not call listing, a Giglio letter, and potential impeachment disclosures. So this is why I say it is damning in the law enforcement community. One of the officers from our agency that before my time, obviously, showed up to shift late. Okay, so he shows up to shift late and he says, sorry, I had a flat tire. And I had to change it on the side of the road. I changed it and I came in. He was 15 minutes late. No harm, no foul, right? Until the supervisor heard him talking to his friend and he said, I overslept. I didn't want to get in trouble. I was kind of already on the ropes for it, blah, blah, blah. Supervisor heard that, had to make a Brady Giglio complaint. Did so. Guy lost his certification because he lied about when he was coming in late. Okay, that's how fast it happened. Does it seem stupid? Maybe it does seem stupid. I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of the Brady Giglio doctrine and the Brady Giglio kind of process. We've had a number of officers be decertified for that. A number of sister agencies have had officers be decertified for it. And while you can appeal it after a number of years or something like that, it's the best check I've found thus far to basically make sure people, there's some consequence to being a lying sack of shit. And so when I bring up the stuff about honesty and all that jazz, not only am I just talking about and this is a personal thing, fine, you can find it cringe, I really don't give a shit if you do, honor, integrity, and stuff like that.
Of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Don's Wales, thank you for the 5 pounds even. And oh shit, this is the most back-facing graphic. So there we go. Good job with Phil and on TBS. New fan. Oh, new fan. Well, thank you. You're always welcome here. Everybody is always welcome here. Detractor or what I still call dense, but you know what I mean. Everybody's welcome here. Really appreciate it, Don. Thank you so much. With the 5 pounds. Yes, YouTube is in fact a detractor. Yeah. So
all these super chats are great, but remember, you don't matter unless you think.
And then Ira, thank you so much for the 5 says he ends up parroting some ACAB commenters in his segment. He knows full well the corruption can happen, but to inherently distrust everyone is dented as fuck. And I agree, especially when I found out who this woman is. And I think I did find her, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that. But so the Brady Giglio thing is a huge deal, especially in the law enforcement community, because there are certain jurisdictions that if you have a Brady violation against you, will fire you if you're employed or will refuse to hire you. Because if you have a Brady violation against you, by law, if I am the complaining officer, if I'm writing a felony investigation, I'm a detective and I get a homicide, the first thing that they have to disclose in discovery is that detective's honesty is impeached. So on the stand, when I'm testifying, they could say, Detective Broside, isn't it true that you have a Brady violation against you? Yes, it is. Detective Broside, with that Brady violation against you, how can anybody on the jury believe what you're about to tell us? Now, how the fuck am I supposed to answer that? I can't. They know that. Many times prosecutors will not even accept cases from Brady violations. So if they're like a month away from fucking retirement or something, they'll put them on a desk job. Or sometimes the jurisdictions will just out and out fire them. So I wanted to get that out there. I know it was early. I thought it would be a little bit further down the line. So sorry to cut and talk so much so early. But anyway, let's keep going.
What?
Oh, and by the way, he entered siege mode. Forgot about that.
What? Are you insane? Like, just think about it this way. Right now, if someone were to call me and said, hey, I had a random conversation with you 5 years ago, do you remember what you said? I would say one of two things. I would say, no, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, so honesty. Cool.
Or I would be like, oh, yeah, I totally remember, and I would bullshit.
Yeah, this is not the flex you fucking think it is, you jackass. This is you saying I would lie. Okay, this is not what you think it is. Oh yeah, I would totally or say no, I don't remember. I'd be honest, or I'd lie and be like, yeah, no, I totally remember. What the fuck? Yeah, whatever.
Right? There's no way that I would randomly remember a 5-year-old conversation that I had with anyone. To be frank with you, unless it was like a super important conversation. You know, And especially if it's a situation where, for example, what you said could actually get you into trouble if it were publicly relayed that you actually said that. So do you really believe that
Yes.
someone is going to oh yeah, someone called me and said 5 years ago, you said this, did you say it? Well, let me think. If I admit that I said it, I'll get into trouble. If I lie or I say I don't remember, I'll be in the clear. But I'm a cop, so I absolutely have to do the thing that'll get me into trouble.
This right here set me off. Okay. That internally, this one got me going. You're telling on yourself, Phil. Like, why would anybody? Why should Kat? If Kat sees a fucking text message on your phone now that says, that says "I love you" and it's from Pizza Hut, and you're like, "Oh, that's just a prank, baby." Dude, come back to this stream, and she's gonna go, "Okay, well, if it wasn't." If he lies, he'll be in the clear. Why would I believe you? Why should anybody believe anything you say? Just based off of this, you just admitted your quote unquote high morals. Your quote unquote my fabric. I have high ethics and integrity and stuff like that. You've said this in the past yourself, Phil. Why should anyone believe you? I mean, we all know why nobody should believe you, but you yourself you have made yourself out to be some paragon of honesty. And now you're saying just when you're saying the quiet part out loud, saying, well, if it's convenient for me and I think I can get away with it, yeah, I'm gonna lie.
Get the fuck out of here. Were you born yesterday? I know you were if you believe that shit. Human nature is self-preservation. A human is going to do what they need to do to survive and get by 99% of the time.
And this is why you can't network with anybody. This is why nobody trusts you with anything. This is why you don't have anybody who wants to collaborate with you. This is why nobody will tell you a secret about themselves. The list can keep going, dude. You are narcissistic as fuck because you only think about yourself. Now, I got a lot of flack for becoming somewhat emotional when I was talking about all the fucking people that you take advantage of, like that are fucking mentally disabled. But you know what? If it's between acting like you and being seen as some fucking badass, right, and being seen as a cringe lord, but wanting to defend those people, I pick cringe lord every day.
Very rare cases where a human would maybe do the thing for the other person. A person who did a one-off conversation with someone who they don't know, have no obligation to, no ties to, no honor.
Virgil 16 member for 3 months now. Thank you so much. Popped the membership. Oh, Neophyte for 3 months, as he just has to convince the whales. And yep, that's exactly what it is. He has to convince them that there is no reason to believe me in any way, shape, or form. And that's what. Oh shit!
You joined Broside Phil? Banned.
I love being able to use this. So hold on, I just got to find it.
Legalize membership bombs.
Search and destroy.
Unhinged gifted me 5 Broside Phil subs. That's going to be 5 gym rats. Let's see who got them. We got Nugs
You
Medallion.
joined Broside Phil? Banned.
Psycho Gold, Holly in Hell, the Bug on Josh's chair. Hey, Bug, I saw you come in earlier today. I couldn't tell if that was a joke or you were being serious, but hey, now you're a gym rat. Welcome. And the Tick, welcome to the gym rats. You guys are going to get some access to some members-only videos. And yeah, I'm still trying to give some value for the gym rats, but welcome. Hopefully you enjoy your time. And then Laughing Man with a 2 says, are we supposed to believe who he talked to was female? I do believe he spoke with a female, but we'll get into breaking that down here in just a little while. Let's go ahead and let asshole keep going here.
For those that don't know, the U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons.
Sorry. Thank you again, Laughing Man. And Unhinged, which apparently that's what I am these days. You see what I did there? Thank you for the 5, man. I appreciate it.
Jay, what the hell are you talking about, right? What in the holy hell are you talking about, man? That was the most stupid thing I'd ever heard anyone say. Oh, just because they're a cop, they're absolutely going to tell me. That was what a moron. Anyway.
Moron. Yeah. Chalk it up to me being a moron then. If my other option is be a moron and have that stance, or not be a moron and believe that just people are going to lie for self-preservation every single time, you know, I'm going to judge the situation for what it is. But Phil, you really don't have a lot of room to talk. Just fuck off.
Anyway. I don't know what else you're talking about detractors are sad. Like, I don't know specifically what you're referencing that you think that Broside Phil lied about, because I don't know Broside Phil. I don't know what content he makes. Like, I literally mean that. I don't know my detractors at all. The few that I've had dealings with, like, Duty streams, I literally only knew about
You
Duty
joined
streams,
Broside Phil?
maybe one or two.
Banned.
And movie sign. You nice fella, you.
Legalize membership bombs.
Search and destroy.
Thank you for the 5, man. Who got him? Let's see. We got Sheer King, Huge, Ackman, Rockman Raiden.
You joined Broside Phil? Banned.
Rastan Floorwarden, and Shiryu Yamamoto. Yamamoto? I'm going with Yamamoto. Oh, and you're right. Siege mode did deactivate. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. Freezy.
You joined Broside Phil? Banned.
My ego wants to tell me he knows who I am, but, he says he doesn't know who I am. He's never mentioned me prior to this. I'm just going to leave that in check and say, fuck it. I feel fortunate enough to be a guy who got to grill Phil. I want to say one of the first ones that has actually gotten to do that. I really hope I didn't fuck it up. I have been told I have, but I've also been told by a ton of people that I didn't, and trust me, the support was very much so welcome. Splody Jesus with the 2. Big ups. Hashtag bench me bro. I don't know, man, how much you bench. It's been a hot minute since I maxed out, so it's been tough. It's been tough. My life has been tough. Yeah.
2 streams before
You
when I
joined
started talking about him
Phil?
in the summer.
Banned.
If you notice, I don't really care about him now. I don't watch what he does or anything. I don't give a shit about these people.
Bullshit. You give a shit about duty.
Okay. Keep going. We got tips coming in, and then I got to check Kick. I haven't checked Kick in a while. Another tip is coming, so I guess this podcast is going to keep going. Let's see here.
Sorry, it seemed appropriate.
For those that don't know, the
from
U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons?
Nipples.
Hold on, I gotta check my
bank leaks
deal.
and wants to know where you get your haircut. I was like, what the fuck? If you told him where you get your haircut, your trolls would harass them. No, that's absolutely true. 1,000,000%. That's what you got to understand. And I've learned this over time.
Ghost, I gotta save that one at 43 seconds long. I gotta save that one, but I have heard it. I heard one that you gave me in the past that was long like this as well. I have heard that one.
That sadly, my detractors are so crazy unhinged that they will do anything they possibly can, even if it makes no sense.
And we'll get to that,
If
Matt
I
McKee.
mention a random business that I visited today, they would probably contact the business.
Mm-hmm.
To what end? I don't know, but they would. I'm serious. Like, to this day, they do
North Scout, what's up, man?
over-the-top, inexplicable things that are just not rational, but they do them anyway. So anything that I mention on a stream, a place I've been, a person I've talked to, a business that I've visited or frequented or put money into, they will do something to harass them. Do you get it? So
Get it?
there's no way that I would ever mention where I go or what I do, right? Why would I put that on anyone? When I say that my detractors are a black cloud that follow me around, that's a literal statement. Like, anywhere I go, anything I say and do, if I tell you about it, the detractors follow like a black cloud behind me and go there and rain on it. I have relatives.
I mean, you've brought up Burger King in the past. You brought up all these places in the past, and I mean, yeah, it correlates to your bank leaks, so we did check that out. But other than that, I didn't fucking call your fucking haircut place.
Who have nothing to do with me, who have been harassed. I have friends from my past who I don't mention who have been harassed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys have no clue. I don't talk about it because when you give attention to that behavior, it propagates more of that behavior. You guys, of all the stories that I've told you over the years, you probably know about 30% of the stuff that's happened to me, my family and friends and all of that. Seriously.
Okay, so tell us the rest, man. I mean, you make yourself out to be such a victim. Why don't give us the top 10 things that people have done to you?
So you know about a third of it. There's 2/3 of the stuff that's so extreme and so stupid that I would never mention it to you because I wouldn't want people to have that happen to them. I wouldn't even want to give.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let me hear this rationale again.
Extreme and so stupid that
all right, so it's so extreme and it's so terrible and so stupid that you won't bring it up because
I would never mention it to you because I wouldn't want people to have that happen to them. I wouldn't.
Streamlabs.
Eskimo, thank you for subbing. Much appreciated. Phil, it's the behavior or the cascading behavior of you that has brought up, this stuff happening to you. That's why it happens. So unless somebody else is out there acting like you, which, my God, that's a problem in and of itself, then why would the stuff that people do to you happen to them? Or maybe, okay, hold on. Let me throw him a bone here. Maybe what he's saying is that because people donate to him, he doesn't want to give people, the detractors, the idea of whatever he's been through to then do to the people that donate to him. Maybe that's what he means. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I wouldn't even want to let you guys know what my detractors have done because I don't want other people to get ideas of things they can do to other people. You understand?
For those that don't know,
that
the
doesn't
US
really make a
government
lot of
actually made
sense.
$2 bills. What morons?
Ira, thank you for the 2. There will be copycats. We're not wings trolls. Yeah, I don't know where he gets this idea that we're all these fucking unhinged lunatics. The fucking greasing that he fucking gave me when he was like, I didn't really mind talking to this guy. Motherfucker couldn't even say my name. Like, dude, put some respect on my fucking name, asshole. But you know, I knew what that was. That was him going, oh, and maybe if I make this guy feel good, he'll leave me alone. No, fuck that, man. Fuck that. One, you already questioned my fucking honesty, my integrity. That's a problem. But then at some point, if it's not in this one, we're going to have to go back to Raw Phil and listen to it. He basically says that me saying that I spoke to a male detective was an out and out lie. Bad call. Bad call on your part, Phil. Just saying.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, let's.
Wow. I got to do another currency conversion. Mulciber. Okay. This is British pounds.
For those that don't know, the U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons?
Arquistas, thank you for the 2 front-facing baby chick. Big ups, bro. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. You guys have been very supportive. And I don't mean super chats, membership, stuff like that. Yes, you guys have been supportive in that way too. But I've had Twitter DMs, Discord DMs flooded with well wishes and just words of constructive kind words. And guys, you don't even know how much I appreciate that. Like, I'm not gonna get all mushy on you, but I really do. I appreciate it.
So Mulciber did a £15.
Yeah, words of encouragement. Thank you. Thank you, Raziel.
$19.22. Excuse me. And let's do an animation. And let's add that and let's see what Mulciber has to say.
Thanks. Affirmations. Yes, Snake Guy. Thank you. Words of affirmation. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Today either. I really can't. All right. So, and by the way, we technically hit the goal, but let's read Mulciber's message first and respond to it, and then we'll celebrate. Okay. Thank you guys for your support this morning. However, I will say this. All right. We're having a good podcast. It's a nice decompression. You notice how calm I am? We're just having a nice decompression. This is the opposite of the side scroller situation. Oh, cameras. I just my camera on. I'm actually not.
I actually don't know what his fucking gifts are back there.
Even upset at all anymore. Like I said, I've been to this rodeo. I know how it goes.
You've been through this rodeo. It's not your first rodeo. God damn. How is it you mangled the most easiest? Wow. Hi, Pot. How are you? God damn.
Don't care. To be honest, I would have much rather just had a normal podcast today and then gotten to Street Fighter. As you see, we're taking us forever to get to Street Fighter, and there's nothing I can do about that. I have to keep.
You know what? Go ahead and pour me a little bit of a full glass of that rum.
Bert.
No ice. No ice.
Bert.
Addressing contributions, I have to keep shouting them out. You know, we have to do this. It's what's fair is fair, right? I'm going to give thanks for everyone for supporting my content. But as you can see, I'm not. This is the funny thing. People are like, well, didn't you benefit? Don't you make bank? Well, I'm hitting my goal for the stream, my normal goal that I would have hit anyway, I guess. But you see what
You guess what? Why is that a bad thing?
I mean, did people rush to my stream today with pity bucks and open their wallets and flood me with thousands of dollars of contributions?
Yeah, it's only considered to be like a rebuild for him if he gets thousands of dollars. He gets $150. Well, that's just normal, and fuck you. I can't make this shit up, man.
No. Do you want to know why? Because people only flood you with contributions when there's drama. If I was sitting here, okay, actually like being nasty to someone, I'd probably make more money. But that's...
Dude, you just called me a fucking liar.
It's not who I am. Like, if I just sat here ragging on someone right now, doing a drama stream, hating on someone, what is...
Well, no, wait, he hasn't called me a liar yet. He said that I was stupid for thinking that the officer, or I think she went from officer to detective, and now she works at a university, I think is her arc. But that she would lie for self-preservation. That's all he said so far. Sorry.
Scumbag, what did that? I'd be making way more money. But I don't want to do that at all. When this shit happens, when people treat me like
yeah, he did call me a moron. That is true.
Bucks and attention, you know, it doesn't benefit me. That's the thing. Some people are like, oh, you should have been grateful you went on that show. Give you more attention.
For those that don't know, the U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons?
We got a fucking celebrity in the house. As I am understanding, it may be the best detractor of 2024, Lashero. God, man, I love your shit. The Lashero DSP Familia is so good. I cannot wait for season 2. You know, how you capture his dumbassery is quite legendary. Absolute fucking legend. And the like, sir. Absolutely. Big ups to Lashero, man. Thanks for stopping by. And thank you for the 2, brother.
Of my time. It really
What's
was.
up, Isaac?
It was a huge waste of my time. I could have been doing better, more productive stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
Like what?
I'm not making bank on this at all. It's definitely a big misfire, miscalculation. If anyone thinks that this kind of toxic stuff ever benefits me, it doesn't. Myself and my community have had enough of it, and we just want to be left alone. We really do.
Then why did you go on the stream if you want? Never mind.
So anyway, so Mulciber says, let me get this straight. The dude took notes that you buy at a certain shop or cut your hair at a certain barber with info that's public from your own streams. Use that nugget of truth to embellish a spreadsheet with tons of financial
All these
data.
super chats are great, but remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Wesley H, thank you for the 5, says, Phil has a stripper mentality with dollar store patrons. I'm not saying he's destitute. I'm saying he can't appreciate money and should get a job. Holy shit, man. That's fucking brutal. Oh, it's also not like inaccurate. It's Jesus, Wesley. Thank you, man. I appreciate it for the 5.
And a shitload of false info in order to force a response from you. They use that info that was already public in a podcast in order to render credibility to their own theories. Next time someone asks you about your finances, politely ask them for 1 year of finances in a spreadsheet in return so you both can compare, just so you're both on equal terms. I can't believe the audacity and arrogance you must have to believe you're entitled to know or question someone's finances. It's none of your business, sir.
Yeah, so here's the deal with that before he even responds. Normally, it's not. Number one, I don't advocate for illegally obtaining data in any way, shape, or form from Phil. I am not an advocate of that. I do not say do it. That it has been done does not mean I'm not going to look at it, does not mean that I'm not going to use it. So, yes, I looked at the information, and I didn't know which ones you went to. I didn't care about where you went. All I cared about was date and time. That's all I focused on. I utilized a free and available website called PigPigGo to look up the word haircut. This is basic logic, man. That's all this is. So you can say that, and hold on, let me step back. From that information, we found that the bank leaks, which are in question, the bank leaks are not mine or the bank leaks are embellished is the current statement, right? It's one of the two. They're not mine or they're embellished, but either way, they don't have a tie to Phil. 8 of 8 implies that there are, or there is. So there is a correlation. We want an explanation for that. Now, his explanation then is somebody could have made it up. Now, I don't believe that. I'm telling Phil, I don't believe that. I'm not saying I expect him to give me his bank records, but when he throws back to me, how can I disprove it? I'm going to tell him how he can disprove it. How can I disprove it? Look, print off your bank records from this date to this date, and we'll see if they match. If there is a single discrepancy, then boom, we know somebody made it up. This is why he won't do it. I'm not saying he has to give me a full fucking list. Give me anything, man. He actually has the fucking cheat code in his head. Or in his logs, he could go through every single bank leak and look at his statement and be like, look, they missed a transaction. Show that. And all of a sudden, the bank leaks, they lose credibility.
$10 will go a long way to make Cat stop crying.
Wrestling Rancher, thank you for the 10. I'll get to you in 2 seconds, dog. That would immediately discredit at least some portion of the bank leak. So he has the solution available to him. He has it. It's right there. All he has to do is be like, look, in this area, he doesn't want to show the fucking PayPal transactions. Fine. All he has to do is show one additional transaction or a missed transaction. If either of those two exist, it discredits the bank leaks. He won't do it. Oh, it's too much of a risk. Oh, or perhaps, Phil, perhaps it doesn't exist. Perhaps that. Wrestling Rancer, thank you for the 10. Says, I don't have a business degree, but I got to think with your business plan is the same as the guy on the corner with the will work for food sign. I think you might be doing it wrong. He only begs for money. Yeah, rattles the tin cup, as it is said. Thank you again, Wrestling, for the
All
10.
All these super chats are great. But remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
And then Dist Optimus with a 5 says, Phil is a master of using recency bias. As quickly as possible, he plants his version of event and reinforces it. The truth be damned, it works. And it absolutely does. Somebody has criticized this to me as well, that I got too close to the poop. I touched the poop. And that's a bad thing. It was. I said this on TBS. I was expecting a 5 to 10 minute, maybe 15-minute spot. Turned into a lot longer than that. And I was talking with some folks offline on Discord and the like. And, they were like, maybe you got a little starstruck. I want to say it's the inverse of that. As I was talking to him, as he kept answering the way he was answering, it became very apparent to me there was no joke. There was no embellishment. There was no hyperbole. There was no... It's weird. I've seen him say stuff on stream before. I've seen him talk to other interviewers, but until I actually talked to him and I heard his responses, I don't think it actually clicked in my head. This is literally who he is. This is Phil Burnell. There's no act. There's no mask. This is him. And it hate struck. There you go, Splody Jesus. What a fucking name. Retro Jim pops the membership of the Jim Newbie. Been a newbie now for 3 months, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you.
Yeah, this is just the funniest part about it, all right? In a nutshell, everyone clip this one, all right? Seriously,
Oh,
what I'm
here
about
we
to say,
go.
this should be a clip taken out of this podcast, if anything, all right? But what time are we at? 2.5 hours, and we're still going.
We.
Us, we.
Well, actually, no, the podcast is 2 hours. My bad, 2 hours, 4 minutes. So this is the clip you should take out
I
of
am
this,
the
right?
pinnacle of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Who's popping? Thank you for the £5. Saying big ups BSP. Thank you. I haven't been around in a while, but in my opinion, you did a great job during the interview, and you had the nuts to give evidence on a live show with DSP. I don't know about the nuts. I appreciate the compliment. I suck at taking compliments, so I'm just gonna say thank you and shut the fuck up. So thank you for the £5, man. I really appreciate it. Gordon Flowers pointing at Derek, bro side liar. Thank you, man. Being a member of the Rats for 2 months, I really appreciate it. Big old nuts, you say? Let's go.
I'm being told.
Oh shit! And then Michael A before E with the Canadian, almost American, $6.99 says you did great. Read to me like a good cop routine. Don't let the bastards get you down. I've been working on it, man. And honestly, in the 24, 36 hours that I've had, I think I've made a bit of progress in that mentally. So I appreciate it, and I do appreciate the 7 Canadian. You guys are just fucking great. You guys
I
are
am
wonderful.
the pinnacle
Love
of
you
male
all.
fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
God, I fucking love some of these things, man. They're great.
It would be unreasonable to expect that someone watched enough of my content to know things such as the days that I got.
And Retro Jim, thank you for the 2. The criticism I'm getting is completely unfounded. You know, everybody is entitled to their opinion. People want to criticize, they're entitled to criticize. I will tell you this. I did not expect some of y'all to belong in the fucking Modern Warfare 2
For those
lobbies.
that don't know, the U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons?
Some of y'all belong in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. You guys straight up know how to find, like, to laser focus in on what a dude is self-conscious about or perhaps weak about, and just fucking lambast that shit. Like, it's a fucking art. You guys are savage. Not necessarily the people who are supporting me, but fuck, you guys are savage too. I've seen what you said to Phil, but Jesus Christ, man, I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
Got a haircut, the day that I ate a certain kind of food, the day that I did this, did that, spent this, spent that, somehow fabricated a fake call sounding like it's a bank saying all of this, and that someone would transfer that data into a spreadsheet and this would be incriminating. I'm supposed to believe that that's ridiculous to think that would be fabricated, okay? That's going too far. Who the hell would do that, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, someone created a search engine called PigPigGo that literally searches every piece of content I've ever done for keywords. So literally right now, you could say, how many times did he ever say the word snort? And it'll tell.
I want to say that's nothing but a few API calls ran through a very basic Python script and then output into a table. At least, and I don't have a lot of programming knowledge. I don't have a lot of web page knowledge, but just the cursory information that I have, it's an API call, right, that says query from this page, pull transcript.
For those that don't know, the
break
U.S.
transcript.
government actually made $2 bills. What morons?
Break the transcript into sentences or whatever, and then, you know, index it. And when I say I want to look for this, go find it. It sounds simple. I'm sure it's complex as fuck. But it's a hell of a lot easier than fucking making up transactions. Laughing Man with the 2, thank you. Shower you with great job on the interview. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Tell you, and it'll tell you the specific videos and timestamps. Do you believe me? No, you think that's ludicrous? That's insane that someone would do that? It's real. You can go find it right now. Okay?
Oh, Thesamon, I didn't know that. There's a site called Filmont where you can find auto caption from every single YouTube video. Ah, maybe they're borrowing some code from there. I smell a project coming up.
Let me move on to the next one. 2 years ago, someone was working at Comcast, my internet service
Oh my God, we know.
provider, okay? And they were actually going into my modem without my permission and they were changing all the settings, turning on my wireless network public for my neighbors to see, and naming the network things like Phil is a pig, his wife is fat and a slob.
Actually, they didn't say your wife was fat and a slob. They said Panda Lee was hotter. Which, that's just facts.
Phil is a pedophile. Phil does this, Phil does that. So all my neighbors are seeing this in my neighborhood. Okay? Then
And what's great is not a single one of them, because you are such a shit neighbor, knocked on your door and said, hey, do you by any chance happen to have like someone living with you that's fucking with you? Because I'm getting fucking SSIDs out here saying Panda Lee was hotter. No one knocked on your fucking door to tell you that?
and they would reset my modem repeatedly during streams so I couldn't stream and make money. And before you say, well, that's ridiculous, no one would ever do that, that's not believable. It happened, it's documented, the person posted it on Kiwi Farms and admitted to it.
Well, wait a minute, I thought Kiwi Farms was disreputable and couldn't be believed.
Okay? We can keep going. Want to keep going? There was a couple in Europe who were actually creating a cat.
Oh my God, we know about the fucking horror saga, okay? And if you don't remember, Kiwi Farms was the one who broke it open for you. I am not listening to the horror saga again.
Trying to contact me, and I was ignoring their messages, so they never got to me. All right, their name was Marl, M-A-R-L, ended my community.
Oh, okay, this was...
Okay, let's keep going. Keep clipping.
Here we go.
So I had a moderator. All right, their name was Marl, M-A-R-L-E.
Yeah, this guy doesn't hold grudges, by the way.
They said that they were a woman, all right, and that they had a job and they had a life and they befriended my community. They were a watcher of my content for about 8 months to a year. They were a very positive person in my community who was nice and interacted with everyone on my streams constantly in a very positive way. They befriended so many people that then they offered to become a moderator, and I made them a moderator, okay?
Wow, sounds like you're a dumbass.
Okay? They then were a moderator for over a year, or around a year, I want to say, okay? They literally spent, I'm not kidding you, thousands of hours talking with my other moderators and community members, building a fake persona up of who they were and all this. It was all a lie. It was actually a detractor of mine catfishing everyone. Because their master plan was that one day they were going to set up commands with my bots on Twitch that they were all going to say racist terms. So,
okay, so it was the fucking long con troll. Like, okay.
Basically, I would go on stream and my
Hey, and Larry is pro. Thank you for subbing, man. I appreciate it.
bot would start saying the N-word and everything, and this would get me permanently banned from Twitch. And the only way that we caught it was that one of my other moderators had access to my bot and saw that all the commands had been changed overnight, alerted me to it. We were able to change all the commands back before that was put into effect, and the person got banned and removed from the community. And then,
Yeah, I gotta say, who was it that said it? Jonic just said, I want evidence, Phil. I gotta say, this sounds a little too good to be true, man. I don't know.
For those that don't know, the U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons?
Ooh, Ira with the two. Fantastic point. That one actually didn't cross my mind. It didn't cross mine. I mean, if I had a moderator that went and did something like that, I think, yeah, my first thought would be like, oh my God, what have I done to them? But yeah, it didn't cross his mind that the person soured to him, that he was a loyal viewer. He was a person who wanted to be part of the community. And then as he was in the community, soured to Phil and was like, fuck this asshole. I
can stand up from a chair.
Well, hell, look at King Be Cruel. Look at Arkham. Look at Only Iced Cuck before he became a cuck again. You know, look at all, you know, they soured to Phil. You know, that's really good point. Ramen Brahman, thank you for the 5. Saying, it says something when after 16 years of the worst detracting on the internet, he has only 4 examples, 3 of which detractors debunked. Oh, so I know the horror saga got debunked. I don't know about the other ones getting debunked.
For those that don't know, the U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons?
Dist Optimist with the 2, actually hitting the problem kind of like square in the nuts. That is, you know, imagine being so hated that people would do this, right? And this was the frustrating part to me, is that guys, look at what is being done to me, right, Phil? There's a causal relationship here. Okay, this stuff is being done. This stuff is being done to you. Why you? And don't tell me, oh, it's just because it's fun to do it to me or because of stigmas from the past. No way, man. Not a chance in hell. Like, anybody can be redeemed, so to speak. Like, they can change. They can, trust me, it takes a while, but they can change, man. The common factor, the common denominator in all of this is fucking you. Every goddamn time.
you were. Okay? So if you're wondering why I'm saying all of this stuff, it's because the idea that someone would fabricate a fake phone call would create...
Fabricate a fake phone call. Back in 2021, 11 Labs didn't exist. Let's get that clear. First and foremost, fabricate a fake call without 11 Labs. That is cadence perfect. Okay?
You joined Bro Side Phil? Banned, banned, banned.
Shit. Hold up. We got pressing priorities here.
Legalize membership bombs.
Search and destroy.
Navalis gifts 10 to the community, man. Thank you. Waveman, Witcher, RJ, B.
Join Broside Phil.
James Bashamu, Royo Boyo, B-Dog SP001, Green Lobster, Lags-a-Lot, love that name, and Cantu Adrian. Give a big thank you to Navalis for the 10, my God, 10 fucking memberships. Dear God, man, thank you. I really appreciate it, but...
You joined Broside Phil? Banned, banned, banned.
To my point. Back in 2011, 11 Labs wasn't a thing. The cadence for 5 hours of the call, every September, every 21, every dollars, every cents, every PayPal, every Apple iTunes was verbiage perfect, cadence perfect, tone perfect, right? Like it was built by a fucking computer system for a bank. And if I'm not mistaken, there are at least I know there's obviously one set of recordings, but I want to say other people have recordings of them calling portions of it and it matching.
Banned.
Meaning that two separate phone numbers from two separate people called into the same fucking number, put in the same fucking information, and got the same data. So you're leaving that part out, Phil. That's a crucial piece to leave out. Also, the corner demons are coming from the top rope. I'm just saying. Pause.
You joined Broside Phil? Banned.
Pause indicates that the corner demon is coming from the top rope or coming from the top of the cage. I just want to get that out there. Down from the rafters, one might say. God damn it, I'm not in my correct window. Fuck, I hate it when I do that.
All this information based off of things I've already said publicly. Create fake transactions in there.
Broside Phil? Banned.
Spreadsheet off of it actually isn't as far-fetched as most of the stuff I just told you. But
it actually is, though.
Everything I just told you is true. And is actually factually documented on the internet right now. So why would you not believe the next thing?
Because, and this is what he would not let me get to, is because you have a documented history of lying.
You joined Broside Phil? Banned.
You take pattern of behavior from the past, you add it to circumstantial evidence, you get conviction, Phil. Like, that's just kind of how things fucking work, my guy. Wesley H with the 5 says, Boogie Fake Cancer and someone working at Blizzard drank someone's breast milk?
Banned.
And, I've heard about that. And people don't hate that company person as much as they hate Phil. I'll be honest, man. Yeah, that tracks. I mean, I wouldn't be drinking someone's breast milk. I definitely wouldn't fake cancer. Actually,
you joined Broside Phil? Banned.
I think I look more down at Boogie just a little bit more than Phil for the fake cancer thing, but I still don't like Phil. Arkham, dude, it's been a hot minute. How you doing, bud?
That's the problem. There's no money in that. There's no money in believing that people are constantly lying about Darkside Phil. The money is in that all of it is true.
Oh my God, guys, we got a subscriber named Cheesy Poos. I want some cheesy poos.
So we can make fun of Phil constantly and say he's an awful person and make this toxic content that's all defamatory and bullshit, but monetize it so we can make bank.
Okay, well, if it's defamatory, then, man, come after me, okay? Like, hit me. When I'll present what I have, okay? And you can come after me with a defamation suit, and I will say, Your Honor, here's what I have. This is what I'm saying. I think he's a piece of shit. That's covered by the First Amendment. Why I'm saying that is based on this, and based on this. Judge is going to say, Mr. Burnell, your counterpoint. Your Honor, he's being mean to me.
All these super chats are great, but remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
But Mr. Burnell, I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? He's being mean to me. Okay, well, Mr. Burnell, he apparently, it looks like these bank leaks are actually yours. I mean, he's got transactions here. Are these bank leaks yours, son? No, those aren't my bank leaks. Okay. Do you have anything that could say that? Do you actually have a copy of your bank transcripts? Your Honor, you're a detractor. Fucking what did you say to me, you little shit?
So that's why Steve did what he did, because he wanted to make bank and make a quick paycheck. That's simple. There's no money in debunking. There's money in saying someone's awful. So there you go. Okay. Cool.
I got the drip go. I got the drip go. I got the drip go. I got the drip.
So he didn't mention it here, maybe in the other one. So hold on. My community doesn't care about this stuff. Let me find it in Raw Phil, because I know I've seen
all
it in Raw
these super
Phil.
chats are great. But remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Now I'm doing 9 things at once. Ira, thank you for the 5. Let me give that a heart there. For the 0.01 goal, 500 times over. He can't fathom detractors do this for free or on the cheap because Duty is an exception and makes 5K a month. Well, Duty like pumps out fucking content, which by the way, big ups Duty. You know, a lot of people say that, you know, they're not the biggest fan of Duty or that his content turns them off or something like that. I ain't got a problem with the guy in any way, shape, or form. Dude's been solid with me at all times. Some of his content's not my flavor. I've said that in the past. And that's okay. It's not like I shit on the guy for making content that's not quite my flavor. But yeah, big ups to Duty.
Person didn't talk to anyone.
Bingo. Good. It left right where I needed it to. Fucking asshole piece of shit douche canoe. By the way, ask me how I really feel. Yeah, it's been fun. Oh, seemingly odd. Hit me with something on Discord. Hold on, let me see what we got here. All right. That's pretty good. Broside interviewing DSP. Objection! That's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty good. Oh, dear God. Oh, wait. The Rogue Mod post with the video of him fucking with Nightbot. Oh, I'm going to have to read that one later, Raining Lemur. Let me back this up just a little bit more.
Conversation.
All right, so that should be enough.
Disputes in cases with PayPal, but they're not going to legally go after it.
Hold on. We're going to keep going back because I want to hear this whole thing. Because we're going to get into this.
Or, well, let's find a way to just
all these
get rid of
super
it. I'll
chats
give you
are
the
great.
praise.
But remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Dapper, thank you for the 5, says, can you imagine having how now that I've gotten that out, can you even imagine how much dent money and accolades someone would get for proving Phil honest? Dude, find the Holy Grail. That's an easier task. I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to make this about all the opportunity I was afforded, which big ups to Steve for affording me that opportunity. I am humbled by it and still don't think I deserved it. But I appreciate it. Talking to Phil was... Dude, I've talked to child molesters. I've talked to fucking murderers. I've talked to fucking burglars. I have talked to fucking meth heads that neglect their children. I have talked to anything and everything in between. And while he is not the biggest piece of shit, while he's not the scummiest human on the planet, while he's not the quintessential, I actually need a day off after talking to this man. I took a fucking week after talking to a chomo. Like, it was rough. Phil is right up there. It was emotionally taxing talking to this man. I say man very loosely. So see, you can't say I don't give you something there, Phil. I called you a man. I shouldn't call you a man. You act like a bitch. And yes, I do have something personal against him. Now motherfucker's about to call me a liar. So, fuck. Sorry. I don't like it. Anyway. Let's keep going. Oh, shit. Another. But I didn't bring up Arkham yet. Arkham in the house. There's a fucking celebrity within the detractor community, as well as Ice Yamamoto coming in. How you doing, man? Glad you're here. Let's fucking Kamikaze Grenade. Thank you for subbing, man. I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's hear this fucking piece of shit call me a liar, and then let's debunk this piece of shit, shall we? Oh, Marked One's here too. Fuck, man. Marked One. I don't have you up. I can't. Oh wait, there you are. I see you. Hold on. We have another legend. Ooh, not only a legend, a bro legend. He's a buff boy. Dude swole as fuck. So yeah, I mean, goddamn. Welcome all the fucking legends that are in here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. All right. Let's listen to this fucking asshole call me a liar. Let's go.
Example. Okay. They tried to say
I'm going to leave it at 1x. I'm going to leave it at 1x.
Police officer. Okay. Because what happened was at one point, many years ago, I received a very threatening email. Okay? It was pretty scary, actually.
Okay, nope, 1.25. He's talking about scary shit. I forgot how terrible he is. 1.25.
Email was that someone was threatening me, my family, saying that they were going to come here and murder me with a weapon. Okay,
that is true.
So after getting this email, I did contact the police, and I actually publicly talked about it and said this kind of thing should never happen. This is just scary, right? There's a difference between you don't like someone or you're going to murder them and their family. And I filed an actual, lawsuit. Excuse me. I filed a police report for it.
A lawsuit.
Talked to them about it, filed the report, et cetera, et cetera. All right.
Et cetera.
So when I called, I spoke to a woman. All right, and this woman, who's all of her information I still have. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And he
I
probably
had a conversation
does
with her about the whole thing. But
He probably
as an
does.
aside to that, at that same time that I had gotten this threatening email, I was actually getting, no exaggeration, hundreds to thousands of dollars in chargebacks. If you remember, years ago, there were guys, what was his name, Tutankhamun, as well as others, who had been giving me lots of contributions.
Oh yeah,
but
I'm
then
sorry.
They were all attempting to like.
I'm sorry. Was that a preview? Was that a preview of what's about to come? Is that what that was? Oh shit! I guess it was. Huh.
Charge them back after the fact. Okay, and it's one thing if it's like $20. It's another thing if it's thousands of dollars, and it's.
Is it now? Because I could have swore this motherfucker just 3 days ago said, yeah, this guy charged $1 and then $1 and then $1 and he did it 20 times. And that's 20 fucking federal offenses. And if you paid attention, it was fast. I had to get it in there and I had to make it sound as part of one sentence. Otherwise he would have bucked me on it. I know he would have. I threw in there, you know, when you're talking about in the interview, I talked about, you know, you could be talking about fucking PayPal chargebacks. I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's not like anybody's going to investigate them. Hell, at least definitely not the fucking feds. There's not a federal agent in the fucking nation that would take on a stupid case like that and just let that go. All of a sudden, now it's hundreds of dollars. It's thousands of dollars. It's amazing. How did that work that way?
Dozens upon dozens upon dozens of transactions. Okay. So I said at that point to the officer, I said, this is a complete aside. It has nothing to do with me getting the email. That's a threat. Okay. What could we do in regards to this? Because I have all this evidence. I have all this transaction history of people sending me
I don't believe this. This is too detailed and too specific of a crime for her to warrant leaving out. I do not believe he said this to her. I don't believe it. I am looking forward to the conversation because this should be fairly unique. Phil Burnell is too unique of an individual that he should bury in the mind of an officer as that guy.
Contributions, but then committing fraud after the fact, right? And I always file disputes in cases with PayPal, but they're not going to legally go after anyone unless it's like with their institution. Like for example, PayPal probably would never go after anyone. It would be a bank. Like let's say if you lied to your bank and committed a chargeback, your bank would investigate you if you committed fraud because that's a crime. Okay. So I said to the officer, is there anything that I can do? Because these are literal crimes being committed against me. Every single time someone does a chargeback, it's fraud. And the officer said to me, there's absolutely no capacity in the local police to do anything like that.
All right. Now that may be true because this is a civil matter. Okay. Hands down, this is a civil matter until it is proven that the chargeback was done with malice or with intent to defraud or with intent to deprive of property. Okay. So elements of a crime, when you are in the academy, they will teach you elements of the crime are everything. They can give you the saddest fucking sob story on the planet. If there are 7 elements to a crime and 6 elements are met, you don't have a crime. Okay, that's just how it fucking works. So when it comes to cases that are like a theft must occur and they must be out money, it's like, okay, there's 2 elements. And then the person says, yeah, I'm not going to sign a complaint. Yeah, you know what the third or actually the very first element is? Somebody has to be willing to file a complaint. Okay, elements of the crime are not met. Police department ain't doing fucking shit. That's why when it comes to domestics, a complaining party is not necessary because the states have now mandated if the officer sees evidence of domestic battery, an arrest shall be made. That is to alleviate homicides from happening. So as the elements of the crime change, so do the rules in which and how an officer can react. So when it comes to fucking chargebacks, it's like, okay, you have to show that this was done with malice, with intent, with the intent to steal. And there's no way to fucking show that, at least from a cursory level investigation.
For us, you know, when we come to things online, like cyber crimes and stuff like that, we deal with big picture stuff that's immediate, like child trafficking. Stuff like that is actually a big problem in this area of the country.
Calm the fuck down.
So that's the kind of stuff we're dealing with.
Like, don't get me wrong, it is a problem, but don't act like you fucking care, you disingenuous piece of shit.
On a daily basis. We wouldn't be able to help you at all with chargebacks. It's just something that's not in our capacity. We wouldn't do it.
Because it's a civil matter.
However, if you wanted to contact your local FBI, perhaps the FBI would actually do something about it.
No,
okay?
They did not say that. I do not believe it. No, it wasn't.
By a police officer.
Let me back that up. I want you, anybody who's been in my fucking shit before, you know I pick up on syntax. LYs are dead giveaways.
You can do it. However, if you wanted to contact your local FBI, perhaps the FBI would actually do something about it.
Roan, Harusha, 3 months as a gym rat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't you a cop? BSP. Phil should have done the research or done me research. So according to him, he doesn't know and he doesn't care because it doesn't give me any additional credibility. While technically that is correct, my former profession does not give me any more credibility, technically speaking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he knew it beforehand. I don't know if he believes me now. If he does, I really don't give a shit. My body of work stands on its own.
Okay? That's actually what I was told.
Actually what you were told. LY. Hey guys, do you remember when he actually did the push-ups? He really, really did. He actually did the push-ups. Does anybody else remember that? Anybody? Anybody?
By a police officer. Okay? So I at one point I probably told that story on a stream.
Probably. What do you mean you probably? You did.
Publicly. Okay? I'm being accused that I lied.
You did. I don't believe you.
Last night in this interview. Oh, you're a liar. That never happened. Because I had a conversation with this detective. And
Yes, I did.
he said this and this. And I'm looking and I'm like, I don't even know what this person's talking about.
Why is that, Phil? Why don't you know what I'm talking about? Please, please speak and say these words that I'm almost positive you say.
I never had that conversation. Like,
Oh, God, there it is. I love this. I love life. I love life right now. Hey, guys, did anybody else hear that? I didn't have that conversation. Anybody hear that? I heard that. Pepperidge Farm heard that. Okay, that's just what happened. Okay, let me spread that. Delete, and let me spread that. All right, so there's a lot of information in here. I'm going to blast past it. Down here, if you notice this, it says released to. That is my name that I have blacked out. So we're going to get through here. First of all, hey, Phil, I was wrong. Do you hear that? I can admit when I'm wrong. There she is. This is her. Whitney. L. Whitney. This is the officer he spoke to. Okay? Now, I was wrong in saying that he did not speak to a woman. He absolutely did. That is not my focus right now. It will be.
That money, I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Joshua.
Electric bill, the internet bill.
Joshua Clone, thank you, man, for the 20. Says, congrats on the exposure. You deserve it. Honest criticism. I thought you rambled a bit. I did. Absolutely. Which slowed the pace down. It did. Absolutely. But overall, the delivery was sharp enough. It shut up Phil real quick. Great job, bro. The criticism is valid, man. I've heard it. I've heard it many times. Doesn't mean that I discredit your take on it. You are correct. Thank you, though. I do appreciate the insight and your honesty. I really do. Let me make this just a touch smaller because I want to get more of it on there. And then I'll close this down just a little bit like so. Hopefully this will maintain.
For those that don't know, the U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons.
RS Nerd 008. Thank you, man, for the 2. Fuck it. Yep. Okay. Crowdfunded and the write-up is crazy. I'm acting. Dude, if you guys don't know, I also have another bit of, I'm a gamer. Don't worry. That'll be coming up. So she takes the report, says, I will find you, Betty, 222 at protonmail.com. Hit him with, I'm not going to do, or this person is going to commit the unaliving with toaster bath in 12 to 14 days. I only live 2 hours from you. I'm going to go ahead and take you out. That's what this person said. Philip Burnell, rightfully so, files a police report. Don't blame him for that in the slightest. Okay. He tells him about how he got swatted back in 2015, because of course he does, right? He would forward any emails that he got to the officer. So he does have the officer's name. And again, Phil, her last name's Whitney. Test me, bitch. And said, hey, if there's anything more, call 911. The report is for documentation purposes only at this time. I took screen captures of Phil's email and later saved those images to evidence on Q. There's no further information at this time. I certify under penalty of perjury the laws of the state of Washington, blah, blah, blah. Fine. So we get that. Now, why am I bringing this up yet again? So I'm going to push through to this being forwarded. Okay. And here it is. Investigative summary, Edwards C. I was assigned this case and reviewed the report. Now I'm gonna take this off for a moment, and we're gonna go back to Phil. All right, and we're gonna play.
By a police officer. Okay. So I at one point I probably told that story on a stream. Okay. I'm being accused that I lied.
Yep.
Last night in this interview. Oh, you're a liar. That never happened. Because I had a conversation with this detective.
Which I did.
This and this, and I'm looking and I'm like, I don't even know what this person's talking about. I never had that conversation. Like, I don't even know what this person's talking about. I never had that conversation. Like, I don't even know what this person's talking about. I never had that conversation. Like,
one more time.
I don't even know what this person's talking about. I never had that conversation.
All right, we've heard it enough now. Let's press. I was assigned. According to the report, threats were received. I sent an email to Proton Mail saying these things. I received a response from Proton Mail. God damn it, that's the wrong goddamn window. It's like it's my first day on the internet, right? We can only do so much, blah, 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 blah. Fine. If you would like to investigate an account, please do this, blah, blah, blah. What? 1436. I called Burnell, left a message. I sent Burnell an email asking him to call me. And you know what? Just for good measure.
I'm like, I don't even know what this person's talking about. I never had that conversation. Like, it's never happened. So what I'm...
I spoke to Burnell. I spoke to Burnell. I spoke to Burnell. Huh. Surely that means email. Surely that means email. Oh no, he told me he is a gamer. I'm a gamer who streams on Twitch and has been harassed online by some gamers. Fearful and told me he had no idea who might be doing this. I asked, God, this really does imply telephone conversation, doesn't it? If he knew Michael and told him about the PDR, he said no. We talked. God, this does not sound like an email. This really doesn't sound like an email. This almost sounds like a conversation about family security or security for cameras and security at the house. I confirmed with him there was virtually no way to find out who the suspect is. Forwarded him the Proton Mail abuse report without told him to keep in contact with me. I'm closing the case. Okay. He doesn't actually, it's not fully over yet. He does hit up and email Phil, and he does respond and says, oh, hold on. Let me make sure I've got this right. I've been advised I've been in direct contact with local law enforcement and you should have already spoken with Detective. Hello, my name is Phil Burnell. I have been in contact with local law enforcement and you should have already spoken with Detective Christopher Edwards. Bitch, you brought him up. You brought him up in an email. You, not me, you. So you have talked with Chris Edwards, you lying sack of shit. Don't tell me you haven't. And then this is just information, the call sheet. That's the call sheet. So here's the deal about that. I'm going to do another in-depth video on FOIA. And that's going to cover this in a much less unhinged and ranting type of way. But I had to fucking get in this, man. This pissed me off. I never had that conversation. Eat my ass. You fucking did. And I know I said eat my ass, so might as well. I'm a scat man. Okay, you chose to broke the law. Okay. Yeah, Chris Edwards is a really funny name for a female. And I mean, as if it's like, I don't know, by chance. I know what he's saying, Matt. Oh yeah, well that doesn't mean that you had a call with anybody.
Go with the case, the name doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, well this would be a case in 2021, late January, and this fellow would have contacted you about a whole bunch of emails that he was getting in reference to somebody threatening to kill him, and that he was this Twitch streamer, and that he was really popular.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Okay. Broside brought receipts. Uh-oh. Yeah, so he actually did an interview because a while back after... this has been done on a stream of mine. I've done this before. This stream, we went through this call. It happened. I didn't throw it away, Phil. I still have it. You lying sack of shit. Okay? Yeah, this has been, it's been recorded, huh? It's been recorded the whole time? I didn't even know. Hello. Fuck you, Phil. Fuck you. Yeah, this is why I don't like being lied about.
I'm realizing is that basically it's all bullshit. Okay? Like literally, it's bullshit.
Guys, it's bullshit. Now that we have this information, you guys get to now experience, as I watched Phil Burnell say this part, because you guys have seen everything I have thus far. When I find out if the Whitney, which that will be a reveal as to the actual name.
Why is there a boat here? Am I supposed to ride the boat to school?
But I'm going to spoil it. The reveal will be one of three things. She forgot. It was the wrong one. So she forgot, doesn't remember. Right, if it's the right one. If it's the right one and she does remember, and he never said it, that'll definitely be a thing. And then it might be I have the wrong L. Whitney.
For the blood god!
And that I just will never find the correct one. So that is a possibility, but that I will eventually reveal the first name.
It's all made up. It's fabricated. It's a fake story. This person didn't talk to anyone.
Go with the case, the name doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, well, this would be a case in 2021, late January, and this fellow would have contacted you about a whole bunch of emails that he.
$10 will go a long way to make cats stop crying.
Let's go back just a little bit here. Hold on.
Okay. So what I'm realizing is that basically it's all bullshit. Okay, like literally, it's bullshit. It's all made up. It's fabricated. It's a fake story.
Twitch streamer and that he was really popular.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So you can't make this shit up, kids.
This person didn't talk to anyone. They didn't talk to any officer. I have the information sitting in front of me of the woman officer who I had spoken with.
All right. Now, before I forget, because I definitely don't want to, Vaporware comes in out of nowhere with a very nice 10, saying it's fascinating how he can't understand how detestable portraying false distress is to the public. The portraying false distress to the public is tips to pay, bills going to mobile games, lying about the cops, etc. That was probably the biggest thing that like made me go, what the actual fuck? Sadie with probably icons. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. I never thought that he would be unable to like empathize. I didn't realize he could not empathize with the fact that what he was doing was wrong, or some.
What is wrong with you?
This was my thought the entire fucking time. I gotta be honest. Ramen Brahman comes in though with a 5, says DSP asks why an officer wouldn't lie to protect themselves, but in this document it talks about under penalty of perjury. Isn't that enough? What, a felony? Why would a felony be a reason? I mean, it's obvious at that point, but you know what the
stand up from a chair.
What the fuck do I know? Movie side coming in with the 2. Thank you so much, saying. But Dave confirmed the case number you had, which by the way is the highlight. That is the highlight of the interview for me. That is my favoritist part. And I squealed. I squealed quite loudly. When he said, oh yeah? What's the case number? And yeah, you can make fun of me for saying standby. I heard it. It was cringe as fuck. You can make fun of me. It's okay.
For those that don't know, the U.S. government actually made $2 bills.
You know what no one's making fun of? When I said 21-532 and he went, that's correct. Yeah, no shit, it's correct. Like, what did you think it was gonna be? Did you think I was just I don't have the case number, you guys.
When I did this police report, okay? So I'm thinking in my head, basically all of this could be fake, right? Like,
yeah, guys, it could all be fake. All of this conversation that is totally recorded and definitely IDs the officer when I cut it correctly, because this does not have the officer identifying himself in it. I do have the raw of it, so I can do that. Papa Polecat comes in and says with a 10. Thank you, by the way. Big ups, hard spot to be in. You did as well as anyone would have with as little preparation as you had. Like finally getting to yell at the guy must have been cathartic. Hugs and kisses. Papa Polecat. I don't know if I've seen you in. I have seen you in other streamers' chats, man, and you're always a real positive influence out there. Just having you here, if you've been here, I'm sorry if I didn't know or if I overlooked you, but having you here was just nice enough to know. But the tenor, man, I really appreciate it. You're a good dude. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. One thing was incorrect. Yeah, Raining, you're not wrong. One thing was incorrect. I was incorrect about one thing, or actually not even technically incorrect. It's just I spoke with the wrong officer, but therefore everything was wrong. Therefore I'm a giant piece of shit, right? And it's this type of stuff that makes me want to out the other FOIA requests I have that have nothing to do with this, just because I want to be a petty bitch. But I'm not gonna be a petty bitch. I'm just gonna... Oh, Mr. Don Motorsport, I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip you. You're not leg day. I don't skip you, Mr. Don Motorsport.
You fucking gay bitch.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Mr. Don Motorsport's kind of a little sexy, okay? That doesn't necessarily make me a gay bitch, okay? What can I say? Jesus Christ.
And who knows, like, to what extent anything these people say or do is fake. But here's the concrete evidence, right? So what do they want me to do? They want me to send them the information from the officer so they can contact the officer. And I'm thinking, but you already lied.
I did fucking what, you cunt?
I have received
Fanboys, woo! I did what? Because I brought receipts, motherfucker. Tell me I lied again.
You already concocted a fake story that
Did I?
can't be corroborated.
Guys, it can't be corroborated. This file doesn't exist. It's not here. Yeah, that sounds about right, Farrell. That actually sounds about right.
Right? Like, who can corroborate their story? No.
Who can corroborate my story? God, it's almost like there's an audio file that I have. God, this is so good. I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun with this. I know I'm having too much fun with this. You guys are probably like, get the fuck on, move the fuck on, but I'm sorry. I'm loving this, okay? I just am. Ah, fuck that. Let's have a full one, man.
Blood for the blood god!
Let's fucking go.
It's okay. Their story doesn't ever have to be corroborated. Mine does, though, right? Because I'm the one being accused of stuff. So you made something up. You talked to someone who I've never spoken with.
I
I've never had a deal with. All right? I have the real evidence. But if I give you this evidence, you could completely lie again, right? 100.
Bitch, I didn't lie and I proved it. What do you got? What do you got? Your thing was I could give you this and you could lie again. Well, hey, wouldn't you know it? I proved I didn't lie. Now what? What's your excuse now? Your original objection was you might lie again. That's no longer, that can't be an objection anymore because I haven't lied and I've proved I haven't lied. Now, where's your bank statement? I'll wait.
100%. And who's going to say that you did or didn't? Like, no one can prove it. This is all hearsay nonsense. It always is. That's the point. It always is nonsense. None of this matters. It's all he said, she said nonsense bullshit. You know? So who cares? So I present, wait a minute, I know they're all lying because here's the evidence, but what can I do to prove my innocence? I can't.
On my DM to celebrate. Hold on, which one? Nimistor? Okay, hold. Oh,
For
the
those
yeah.
that don't know,
right.
the U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons?
Exploded Jesus, 2 seconds, man. Ghost, is it this one? All right, fair enough. One more time. How I was feeling after I proved that, I didn't lie. All right. True enough. Splody Jesus. All this evidence preservation. Fucking cop smarts. Like, it's almost like I've had to prove my shit before. Like in federal fucking court.
You can't. Because they'll just say it's a lie. And then what can you do? Right? And that's the problem with all this.
Bitch, I didn't just say it's a lie. I showed it.
That's why I think nobody cares. Right? No matter what, everyone will just endlessly go in circles. Well, I have this. Well, I have this. Well, they don't corroborate. So who's the liar?
I got $20, so that would be 4 memberships. Somebody sends this to Phil, and somehow he addresses it, and he doesn't say, well, he's lied in the past, so I'm not even opening it. Fuck it, I'll do it 5. I'll get 5 memberships. If later on somebody sends me a video of him being like, oh, they sent me a Broside Phil clip. Well, I'm not even opening that because Broside Phil's a liar. That's what I bet he's going to do. He does anything else, I'll gift 5 subs to myself, like to the chat. You know what I mean? Not to myself. Yep. I'm going to shut up now.
Liar here. I don't know, and we can't prove it. So then what do we waste our time on this for? Right? And by the way, the idiotic things that they're saying have no bearing on anything and aren't crimes or anything like that, right?
The measure of a man is not based on the fact that what he did was a crime or not. And this is where honor, integrity, honesty come back into it. Yes, I know. It's cringe. He brought up honor, integrity, and honesty. Fine. It's cringe. I give a fuck. It's the measure of a man. Okay? If you can't be believed, you're fucking worthless. I know it's his only option.
Oh, Bill committed heinous crimes. He was selling drugs. He robbed a bank.
No, he's selling drugs. He robbed a bank. It's like, hey, man, why did you sell drugs? To make money. I need to make ends meet. Or fuck, man, I'm trying to build an empire. I can respect that. Hey, man, why did you rob a bank? I needed money to pay for this. Or maybe I'm just greedy. Fuck, at least you know that. Hey, man, why are you scamming fucking people with mental handicaps? I have a WWE addiction. Dude, can we put this guy in prison instead of the bank robber? I'm legit asking.
You know what I mean? He had child pornography. He was grooming children. It's none of that. It's, he was irresponsible with his money. You're right. I have been irresponsible with my money. I've talked about it numerous times, over and over. Said I was a moron. I've apologized for it.
And yet you still are.
I told you guys, that's not me anymore, right?
Oh, it's not you anymore. Hey, Phil, this is coming from Ghost. Ghost made this one again.
Shut that cunt's mouth or I'll come over there and start her head.
I know that quote. I know that. What is that quote from? What is that quote from?
I'm in a better position now. I've learned. I've improved. So anyway, here's the deal. All right. I got fooled. That was a waste of time. All of my fans, as you know, you don't care. I know you don't, right? Because I'm talking directly to my fan base now. I know you don't care about any of this stuff.
Yeah, guys. And the reason you don't care is because I'm telling you don't care.
At all. Okay? I know that. I don't care about any of this stuff.
Well, we know you don't. That's why you haven't changed. That's why in 16 years of fucking being on the internet.
But remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
The only thing that's changed is, dude, you were funnier back in the day. You would at least stand on the fact like you were a racist piece of shit and be like, yeah, fuck them. I can be a racist piece of shit because look at all the support I'm getting. Dude, I got more respect for that than what you're doing now. Like, you were a piece of shit back then. Now you're a piece of shit with, like, you don't even have a grift. You're fucking begging. You're a homeless man on the corner rattling a tin cup, even though you could work. Like, that's the lowest of the low. Wesley H. with the 5, thank you, says the honor, etc. thing isn't cringe. It's the major reason companies don't want to touch him. Raid Shadow Legends won't give him money, so he'd rather beg. Yeah, I mean, why would you believe somebody's going to follow an NDA if they're like this? You know, he's already said he'll lie out of self-preservation. So, dude, like, what is it? I mean, he's kind of based in one regard. It's like it was the Joker speech in when he's talking with Batman for the first time. It's like, when the chips are down, you know, people show you who they really are. Yeah, so maybe he's got a little bit of based take there, but he's still cringe as fuck, and I think he's way more cringe than I am. But what do I know?
Why I'm not wasting time on it. I'm talking about it on this podcast, and then we're moving on.
Oh, yeah, and he shits on sponsors. Yes.
This is not the day where Phil talks
the
about
way of the gun. Yes. Thank you, Ghost.
It's just nonsense. And again, it's the same nonsense. Over over and over.
Yeah. Kate, that is true based in trying to fuck the IRS. Phil Burnell is also the anomalous case. It was like, I can never think of a time I would root for the IRS. Then Phil Burnell existed, and I was like, God damn it.
Okay. See, I'm going to say one thing to these idiots in chat. Why don't you just present your bank statements and this and that? I'm not going to show anyone my bank statements, you incredible fucking buffoons.
All these super chats are great. But remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Yes, because it would, one, prove that you lied. And then two, it's easier to just insult people who say, why don't you do this stuff, rather than, actually do it. RSler008, thank you for the $5, says he's worse than the average homeless. They wander off when they get enough for a meal and a bottle. Phil camps on the highway off-ramp all day and night. Actually, not only does he camp on the highway on-ramp and off-ramp, but when he gets the $20, he actually holds the steering wheel and said, you didn't tell me I was a special boy. Yeah, you gave me the 20, but now you're going to tell me I'm a special boy? Or you're going fucking nowhere. Okay, you're a special boy. That's right. Get the fuck out of here. Tell me I'm wrong.
Because then you would see accounts on there and shit that people could use to hurt me.
So black it out. Black it out, you dumbass.
Dumb? Why don't you show your bank statements to everyone right now?
Bitch, I have in the past. Not to here, but I've given my fucking bank accounts to the fucking to the 5-0. I've had to. I was a victim of identity theft. Dumbass.
Just answer that. If there's nothing on a bank statement that could ever be used to hurt you, why don't you just show your bank statement right now on the internet to everyone? Post it up on your Twitter account, right? Because nothing could possibly be used to hurt you, right? What a dumb thing to say.
Feral Gaming says, how you feel when Phil tries to explain away my evidence? Okay, let's see this. Hold on.
A lot of people have been asking why my voice beeps all the fucking time. The Torque shareholders wired my voice box with digital sensor, so I can't say stuff like your fucking dick balls. That's like half my fucking vocabulary. It's goddamn bullshit.
Dude, I'd be completely fucked if I had an auto censor. I identify with Mr. Torg over like more and more the more I hear him.
And well, don't post it publicly. Just give it to Steve. To Steve,
who will sign an NDA? Yes.
Who is obviously working with detractors and benefits by lying to make me look bad so he can make more content and make money.
Do you understand how powerful and binding an NDA is, you dumbass?
That's who you want me to present this to. Because this is the problem, is there's no neutral party. Get it? There is none. There's people who don't care, and then there's people who care because they financially benefit from me looking bad. Those are the two parties. There is literally no neutral.
Dude, Valoran brings up a great point. He says he's working with your butt buddy Triple P. Phil, if you guys have not seen it, Ashton and Worski did this kind of debrief, and Worski, or not Worski, Triple P hits me. He's like, God, bro, was cringe. It was like he saw Jesus Christ. I was like, oh God, because he hit me hard. He hit me hard with that one. I actually have spoken with Ashton behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, you guys. He's a lot more likable than I care to admit. It's crazy, but he is.
But remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Bossa Nova, thank you for the 5. Says he's been a streamer for so long he couldn't get a real job that could support his home, let alone WWE champions. He'd be at the bottom of any career ladder at 42. And that is true, but that sounds like a whole lot of his fucking problem. Like, figure your shit out, man. You're 10-ply, you know? Give your balls a tuck. But at the end of it there, they Ashton goes into this fucking loud rant of like, Steve, why? Why did you do this? Why did you go rogue, Steve? We can never trust you again. We can never be friends with you again. We have to cut you out from our life. You're not just this huge tyrant. And then it closes. He's silent for about 2 seconds. He goes, we'll see you next Tuesday. I died. I was fucking dying. Because it's so like they're literally showing him how the sausage is made and that he's the fucking product. And they're like, Phil, look, this is how we're making you a product. This has been the most overt they've been about it. I can't wait to see how he responds.
Party on the internet. And that's why I don't bother with this shit. There's no point to it, right? There's no crime. There's no investigation. There's nothing here. It's a bunch of drama bullshit that they just keep bringing up.
Yeah, so defrauding people is not a crime, but chargebacks are a crime, guys. Don't forget that.
Again, notice it's nothing about today. It's nothing about yesterday. It's nothing about this year. It's nothing about this. You know, it's nonsense from 5+ years ago.
It's nonsense, you guys.
It has nothing to do with modern day. It's just white noise to everything.
Guys, okay? Oh my God.
So I don't care. I mean, what I said in the interview stands today. I don't care about any of this. I'm not going to bother with it. It's all a waste of everyone's time, mostly mine. Okay, and I just don't want.
Wow.
To bother with it. All right. Now, we do have to, address the elephant in the room. All right. We do. We all know that Steve, where did he come from? How does he have notoriety? Well, because he's been on Kino Casino. And yes, it's absolutely 100% true that the guys from Kino Casino are the ones who put me in contact.
Yeah, okay, so I've listened to this part. This is actually pretty boring. Let me step back, see if there was anything else. I want to say Duty may have had one more thing that I needed to touch on. But other than that, guys, we could just do a fun Q&A if you want, you know. I did say that you guys could ask me questions about the streams or about the interview if you wanted. You are welcome to. Oh my God, blames Duty for corrupting Truth Seeker. Oh, that was funny. The beta disaster.
Blood for the blood god.
Quits interview. Copes on the. What is it? Rage quits the interview. Never doing another one. Copes on wheelchair donations. Was this the? No, this was. Fuck it. Let's give it a look. This may be the same. May not be.
I'll say. That's $5. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same day. I just missed this part. My fault.
Why are you tagging? It's Movite.
Oh, and this is a different. Sorry, Duty has a different layout than Snort and Rawfell. So give me a second. I need to make some quick adjustments. I'm really sorry, guys. It's like I've never done this before. I should have 2 scenes open. You know, one for Raw and Snort, and then one for Filbert and Duty. But you know, it's like it's my first day on the internet, so you guys get to deal with some live editing. Sorry about that. Hopefully you'll forgive me. All right, that should be good enough.
White. It's not Mavelt. I spelled his name. Funny as I blew it up. Okay, did I spell it right now?
Jesus Christ, man. Get some fucking glasses.
Okay, I got it right this time. There you go. So thank you, Kenny. Princess Luna with a $15 super chat says, Steve gave bad vibes. He didn't let you speak. He kept thinking he had you for stuff. He doesn't even matter. He couldn't felt the king. Well,
I'm going to go down to 125. He's actually fast. He's really fast. Yesterday, he was really fast.
No, I mean, the thing was, created a captive situation where if I left, he rage quit. If I stayed, well, just don't let him talk. So then what's the point? Like, literally, that could have been him doing a show without me on it. It would have been exactly the same show because he didn't actually let me contribute anything to it. Every time I tried, he would just talk over.
Well, because you were going to lie.
For me and scream and then go on to something else. So then it's not an interview. It's just a show where you're going to yell at someone and say that they're a liar or whatever. So who cares, right? I mean, it's no different from detractor content.
Holy shit. No. Okay, I'm sorry. I will have to address this off stream. This has to do with the FOIA request. I just had a fucking bomb dropped on my head. So sorry, it took me a second to read this message. Okay, we're back to it. Sorry. Oh my god.
Daniel did a $2.79 Canadian super chat and says W Phil. So that's probably like the equivalent of like a
No, he's not going to I'll put it this way. There's a much higher chance that I'm going to get in contact with the officer now.
$52. Thank you, Daniel. Oh, let's see here. Thirsty Tree with another $5 super chat. Steve was seething. He had all this evidence against you, but you weren't biting or seething at all. You totally big dogged him based. What is big? I don't know what this lingo is. I'm too old. I don't understand the lingo of the youngsters. Did I big dog him? How did that take place?
Look, I'm sorry I have to edge you like this. First of all, I don't know this source. I've never spoken with them before. I have no reason to discredit them, but they have, if this is a carrot on a stick, consider me the horse running down the fucking like driveway. I am all in.
Come.
I don't know. Sin with a $5 super chat. Just ignore these people. Stop defending yourself. Enjoy your stream and your games. This gets old. It gives them more videos. But I know. I mean, that's the point. Like, you have to understand that with the side scrollers thing, that was totally my fault. 100%. You know, well, that was a boneheaded decision that I agreed to it. In this case, I never agreed to this. This is something that I was lied to and
no, you weren't
deceived into doing. And then now I got to deal with this cleanup. You know, I at least had to talk about it for one podcast, right? And then we can move on. So thankfully, that's the case. I'm not going to keep talking about this. It's just stupid.
Oh yeah, Bossa Nova, his especially the kick chat that is like LARPing them, and especially the LARPers in YouTube, they're gonna fluff him, man. They're gonna want him to stay this way because despite all of his fucking imperfections and despite all the fucked up stuff that he does, I've said this before, it's the best parallel I can give, and if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Somebody will, I'm sure, put out the episode number and the episode season and number. You can be a Rick and Morty hater for all intents and purposes, but Phil Burnell is spotlighted in one of the Rick and Morty episodes as Jerry from the episode. At the very beginning, Jerry is just hanging out with all these fucking aliens and demons and things like that, and they love Jerry. They love him. They pay for everything. They feed him the fucking best food. They give him the most expensive drinks. They take him to the fucking strip bars, and they love everything he says. They're dying laughing every time he speaks. Every bad joke lands. Every cringe moment is hilarious, and he loves hanging out with these guys. As soon as he's out of earshot, one of the demons, aliens, walks up and pays Rick an exorbitant amount of money and says, I don't know how you found this guy and how you knew that we fed off cringe, but my God, this guy is the best source of this stuff. That's Phil. That's him. 100%. And so that's the people who are LARPing and they love this. His cringe is fucking hilarious.
But I'm 100% in agreement with you. I know this is not the content you want. I know this is, you want me to play games and chill and have fun with games with you. That's the point. Or, do other stuff too. It's not just about games, but you understand it's meaningful use of your time. As opposed to, let's talk about 5-year-old outdated shit that people knew about on Kiwi Farms, for half a decade.
Season 2, episode 4, Total Recall. Straight up the best episode. Okay, thank you.
Gives two fucks about except the tractor.
Oh yeah, my poor shoulder.
Because they want content to make money. So, Barky with a $5 super chat. We'll never, oh my God, we'll never be over until we know how much money Donos went to WWE champs. We know you spent over $100K. It's so obvious the bank leaks are real. Stop lying. Barky, thank you for $5, you idiot.
Nothing quite like insulting the people who give you money.
Thanks for your money, dummy.
Banned.
It's the same stuff everyone else is saying. Okay.
I'm not surprised, Isaac.
All right. Well, now we got some tips to get through. Let's see.
Oh God, what a chore, Phil, to get through tips.
Hold on. Okay. My apologies. Number 1, my shoulder hurts, and number 2, my laptop.
Bitch made mail in aisle 1. Bitch made mail in aisle 1.
Has already been giving me problems recently with tips, trying to read these things. So the first tip here is a $1.19 tip.
I didn't hear that. I'm afraid I'm going to have to hear that one more fucking time.
You fucking gay bitch.
My apologies. Number 1, my
okay. My shoulder hurts. I caught that. I know what he said. I heard it. I'm just to be sure. I have to be absolutely sure I heard this though.
Shoulder hurts, and number 2, my laptop has already been giving me problems recently with tips, trying to read these things. So the first tip here is
Okay. I stand corrected. I thought I missed the laptop portion. I thought he said, my shoulder's been hurting, and since I've been reading tips, it's been giving me problems. And I was about ready to wonder how reading tips and shoulder pain correlated, but, whatever.
$1.19 tip. This is just like side scrollers. Makes me so mad. These people say one thing
What's
to
up,
you, we go
Lewis?
off topic. He did all the research for what? We're still with you, Phil. But no, I disagree. All right. I want people to understand the difference and the impression. I still to this day, all right, even though I do feel like the side scrollers interview was an attempt at a setup and to get what they wanted out of it, I agreed to it. After the interview, I said it was a good one, correct? That's the difference here. If you want to fault the side scrollers for bad behavior, fault them for the
bad behavior. Jesus Christ, Phil.
The fact that after their interview, they literally turned their show into the Dump on Dark Side Phil show to milk my detractors for profits because they couldn't get any profits out of my appearance just otherwise because I didn't give them anything to work with. I gave them no confession that they were looking for anything like that.
Dude, they made thousands upon thousands of dollars just off you being on the show. The thing afterward, yeah, it garnered them more money, but you being a piece of shit was the thing that really got people there.
Okay. The problem was the after the fact behavior.
You thought I was going to be a girl, didn't ya?
Vega. Love it.
With Steve's situation, literally, the interview was the lie.
No,
Get
it wasn't.
The interview was the lie. That is the problem. That the whole premise of the thing was a lie, and then he acted like he did. Okay? So, absolutely, I take the blame for the side scrollers in it. Not them. They should be criticized for their behavior after the fact, but not for the interview. Okay? In this case, it was the interview that was the problem because it wasn't an interview.
Lord Diaz, yet another fucking celebrity in the house. What's up, my dude? Glad to have you here. I think I'm only a few days away from being able to retire Bromus, the tank engine. Yeah. All
right.
What the hell is wrong with you?
12 days. 12 days is what I promised, and that was, I believe, on the 7th, so it's the 19th. The 19th, I can make Bromus go away.
Let's see here. I received a $2 tip. You are
I will zombie
liked
eventually.
by some, hated by some, but you always get a reaction. I think you should lean into that as a larger-than-life persona that people always want to give attention to, like a soap opera or a wrestling character. I don't think you were being ingenuine by doing that.
Disingenuous, but okay, I get what he's saying.
Okay? I mean, again, the thing is, if you haven't noticed as of late, right, we're having a really good time in my content, and the reason is because I am self-aware about...
I'm sorry, fucking what?
If you haven't noticed as of late, right, we're having a really good time in my content, and the reason is because I am self-aware about who I am and what people say about me. What was the first thing that I said on the show today? Let's get some contributions. Right after a 3-hour accusatory show where someone yelled at me for asking for contributions, I just did it again anyway because I don't care, right? I don't
Right, we know. That's the problem.
care about these fucking people. So that's what I mean. When I'm sitting here and I'm saying, let's get...
Like, I'm not saying one should live their entire life off of what others think of them, right? I'm not, because fuck, man, I still am. I still very much so am a people pleaser, trying to do better about that. But yeah, that is a very unhappy way to go through life, is to people please. However, if while not people pleasing, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do my own thing, literally everybody walks up to you and goes, wow, you're an asshole. Chances are you're an asshole, and it's not something you want to ignore.
Get some contributions. Let's hit the goal. Let's eat Arby's today. People know that doesn't mean that I'm destitute and I needed to pay a bill today or I need to go buy Arby's. You know, it's different. Maybe 5 years ago you did think that, but now not anymore because I'm not saying that anymore. And that's where the real disingenuous stuff happened on that interview last night, is that's what Steve was saying. He was saying, oh, you still do that. No, I don't.
Yes, you
now
do.
Everyone knows that I'm doing good. I'm happy that I'm doing good. Look at the improvements because I'm doing good. Let's keep me doing good going so we can continue to have that.
Let's keep me doing good going. Name to me, I defy you. We've got record numbers here on Broside Phil. Damn near 500. This means I've got the best odds of this, okay? Name me a business that is successful, that puts the onus of control of profit externally. Not meaning the customer needs to buy it. That is every business, obviously. But that they have no control over the product quality. They have no control over answering supply and demand. They have no control over adding new features or things that the customer wants. They just say, it's all up to the customer if we survive or not, without any fucking attempt to make things better for the customer. And they expect, well, okay, Ubisoft, god damn it. Disney, god damn it, you guys are actually, fuck. Yeah. The government's not a business, though. I mean, although, fuck, yeah, the government is a business. Fuck, IRS, fuck you. Take to Rockstar. God damn, okay, fine, not game companies and not fucking mass media. God damn it, you guys are making me look bad.
Fun and level of improvement, right? People keep saying take more time off to be with your wife. All right, if I keep doing well, I can do that. I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to take an extra day off because you guys have allowed me to. Through your support. Thank you for that. No, really. Thank you. That's awesome. So what's the problem? The thing is, there is none. There never was. Okay.
My wife.
Continue. Shoot, I missed.
Missed what?
I received a $30 anonymous tip. This person says, here's $30 for discount Kylo Ren's spreadsheet. Keep on keeping up, Phil. Or keep on keeping on, Phil. Well, thank you. No, but no, hold on. That wasn't his spreadsheet. That's a Kiwi Farm spreadsheet. You know, oh, wait. You thought that was his spreadsheet? No, he took that right off of Kiwi Farms. That's what I mean. Like, you guys don't realize he didn't do any work. Like, everything...
Validation is work, dumbass.
He stole off Kiwi Farms. That spreadsheet...
Okay.
Kiwi Farms for 5 years. And he's like, well, don't you see the spreadsheet corroborates with the call? Yeah, because someone on Kiwi Farms listened to the call that was recorded and made a spreadsheet out of it. What are you talking about? Like, what is that evidence of anything? Like, anyway. That was an anonymous tip. $30. Thank you, anonymous $30 tip. Let's keep it.
Sorry, was responding to somebody. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I don't have a tip tracker. Oh, his tip tracker is dead. Yeah, probably. Dude, Lore, god damn it.
I am the pinnacle of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
With a 5, Lore says, bro, you're a special boy to me. Also, LOL at River Rejection. Okay, I thought you just said you're a special boy to me as well as River Rejection. I was like, did you just lump me in the same fucking camp as that Martian? Because you can't do that. You can't lump me in with that fucking Martian, okay? You just can't. Play the legitimate... Oh, legalized... Yeah, oh, God.
Move this man!
Proof that I have learned. Who was it that said that to play it for it? Ghost. Ghost said to play the legalized membership bombs if Lore hadn't heard it. And I almost made a fucking Phil joke there. However, Lore... Ghost McFright hit me with the best membership bomb sound ever.
The U.S. government actually made $2 bills. What morons?
Slurp Derp is going to be the reason why I'm firing it off. So Slurp Derp, thank you for the 2 who says get validated, idiot. And for that,
legalize membership bombs.
Search and destroy.
And I love it. I do. I love it.
Let's see here.
And thank you again, Slurp Derp, for the 2.
So, I received a $5 tip. I'm a fan from the first interview that you did with Kino Casino, and now I much prefer your gaming content rather than dipping toes into drama. Did the interview with Side-Scrollers, and you reacted to your own documentary. You talked to Josh Moon, you even talked to that other guy, he's probably talking about Keemstar. You have nothing left to answer for. If anyone wants to talk about that stuff again, point them to your content about it and be done with it. I'm sorry that Steve snaked you. I'm now going to unsub from him. God bless.
Don't worry. I invalidated his unsub by subbing to Steve.
Listen,
all
you have the right to...
super chats are great, but remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Wesley H., thank you again for the 5. Phil can appreciate people on Kiwi Farms getting credit, but doesn't give credit to care about the games companies that he's built his business off of. No, that he's just owed that, don't you know? Like, you can tell how he feels about the game companies and games he owns, so to speak, when he says things like, I own the rights to, I don't know, Battlefield. You own the game. Calm the fuck down.
Watch or not watch, whatever you want, and I'm certainly not asking anyone to unsub from anyone. That's your own call. Like I say, the truth is in the eye of the beholder, so you do what you want, and thank you for your 5.
I smell purple.
To unsub from anyone. That's your own call. Like I say,
this is a quote. He said, I didn't realize he said this twice. I heard this earlier in fucking That Being Said. I heard this earlier. He said it twice. Sanitarium 424, thank you so much for subbing, man. I really appreciate that. But you guys really got I can't make this shit up. Here we go.
The truth is in the eye of the beholder.
Beauty, you dumbass. Subjective data, subjective observation is in the eye of the beholder. Truth is not in the eye of the... Oh my... What? Thank you, Zombie Fan. You channeled me. You channeled me. Thank you.
So you do what you want, and thank you for your $5 contribution. Okay.
Truth is a thing. Make like a tree and get out of here.
I received a $3 tip.
Oh my God.
Genuine question related to last night's interview. This is hilarious because you know someone's going to ask something personal that you know I'm not going to answer, but let's just read it and entertain it.
So you pre-read it is what you're telling me. Okay, cool.
You revealed within the last month or so that you have no savings.
Uh-huh.
So if you're no longer destitute, how are you making so much money yet still living paycheck to paycheck? I don't think you understand what living paycheck to paycheck means.
That you're living paycheck to paycheck. It's very simple.
Okay? I don't think you understand what the term savings mean.
Thank you, Friesite. I appreciate it.
All right? Savings implies that someone had...
Bossa Nova, it's a screen door and a submarine, you dork.
This is like a savings account that they're funneling money into that they don't touch and that accumulates over time. Or maybe they have investments, say, in some kind of a market.
That is not savings. That is investment accounts. That's retirement, okay? I have money in stocks, okay? I don't consider that my savings. Like, if I will make decisions, financial decisions, based on absolute tap out. Like, if I had to buy a car, I could buy a car, and I would weigh, do I want a unreliable car or a semi-reliable car that I can afford at $500 per month, we'll just say, or do I want an absolutely reliable car, but since it has to be this caliber of new or this many years old or not many years old or low enough miles, I'm going to have to cash in $5,000 worth of stock, right? I can make those decisions, but that would be like pressing on me. Like, I'd have to be making this decision for a reliable car right now. Stocks are not my savings, okay? My 401k is not my savings, okay? I have a savings account, and that's to have. Maybe I'm going to save for a vacation. Maybe I'm going to save for no reason whatsoever. A literal rainy day fund, okay? But they're not the same.
That's kind of safe, and so therefore it's considered money that's being saved for a future date or a project or if something bad happens, correct? Living paycheck to paycheck implies that basically you need to make money immediately.
I see it, Farrell.
Because if you don't have money to do basic things day to day, okay? So here's the deal. I don't have savings. I don't right now. I want to. Like I told you, that's my plan now, is to try to actually start to save money and have savings again for the first time.
Why did you buy 2 PCs if you didn't have savings? I just don't know.
I'm in 100 years, okay? So I don't have that.
Is it raining outside? I don't think so. Hold on. No, you're probably hearing me scratch the edge of a knife with my thumb. It's a nervous habit that I have.
Yeah, I want to work on that. At the same time, I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I'm making enough between YouTube and Kick and tips and other contributions that I'm good, and I got some money in the bank that I can spend.
For the blood god!
Thank you, Farrell.
On things, when I need to. There are times of the month that are a little bit tighter and times of the month that are a little bit better, a little bit looser, depending on when I'm getting paid. And
a little bit hold on. We got to get that back. Hold up. No, not that. There we go.
Between YouTube and Kick and tips and other contributions that I'm good, and I got some money in the bank that I can spend on things, when I need to. There are times
of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Russian Milk Bear, thank you for the 5, says you do know he legit didn't know what a rainy day fund is. Yes, I do. That was kind of a little bit of the bit. Maybe I oversold it as being, like I didn't know that, but yes, I did know that. But thank you, Russian Milk Bear, for the 5. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you.
Of the month that are a little bit tighter and times of the month that are a little bit better, a little bit looser, depending on when I'm getting paid and when I have to actually make bigger payments for things. Like, for example, I spent a lot of money in December upgrading my setup, so things actually got really tight.
Really, Phil? Why are you just...
I spent a lot of money in December upgrading my setup, so things actually got really tight. But, I'm not in a situation where, like, for example, let's hit the goal so I can order Arby's. Let's hit the goal, because when you hit a goal, the reward is that I order the Arby's so we can film and do a DSP tries it.
No, this is horse shit. This is absolute horse shit, 110%. Okay, you doing the whole let's hit the goal so we can hit Arby's or so we can get Arby's, fine. You want to have that goal, fine. But what you were doing was like literally a week. You were like, guys, Friday.
I can stand up from a chair.
I want to do it Friday, guys. Oh my god. I want to do it Friday. Daddy, I want an Oompa Loompa. Okay? And we're not going to get there. Guys. We're not going to get there unless you give us money. Oh my God. Okay, there's a difference between, hey man, let's hit the goal. You know, we're one away. Maybe it'll be today, guys. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. But hey, you guys got me 9 goals. Jesus Christ, man. Thank you guys for all the support. Can't wait until we hit the 10th one. Do you see the difference, Phil? It's subtle. It's very subtle. I know. But it is there. I bet you could find it. I bet you.
It's not. Let's hit the goal so I can afford to
Russian
order
Milk Bear. Russian Milk Bear, thank you for the 2. Saying work's been crazy. Sorry you haven't been here. Dude, I was just saying it's been, you know, I noticed that you hadn't been in streams. It didn't, we've been missing you. I mention it when anybody's been taking a leave of absence. But it's good to have you back, my dude.
You understand? But I think people are trying to turn it into that, and that's not what it is. I've literally never said that.
Yes,
right?
you have.
Never did I say, let's hit the goal because I need the money right now to buy the Arby's. That's not the case. Nor did I say that. People made that up. Okay? So I'm somewhere in the middle. Fair enough. I'm not paycheck to paycheck, but I don't have savings. I would like to get to the point where I have the savings, and that's what I'm working on now. Now that I've upgraded the setup to the point where I don't really need to sink a lot of money into it anymore. That's
Space Cowboy, I want to say it's 7 years. I think it's 7 years, 7 or 8 years that bankruptcy or negative credit impact will stay on your credit report.
the next thing is maybe I can start saving money up. Okay? Okay.
I have received
Femboys. Woo!
U.S. Army, thank you so much with a 50. Dog, thank you. Good job, officer. You deserve this. My wife is LEO. Oh, that's right. You did tell me that. She has seen the wellness check video, and she said that was a wellness check. She get a look at the report for that call for service. Yeah. I've taken a look at that one. I have that one as well. One of them is a troll. There's 2. There's 2 wellness checks in the FOIAs that I have. One is a troll that says I think it's Derek. That's checking. And then the other one is Cat's sister. And Cat's sister actually did a welfare check. I want to say in 24, it may have been late 23. And that is an actual welfare check. They actually make contact, I want to say, with both of them. And I did ask for body cam footage, and I was not provided that. So I tried. And U.S. Army, thank you for the 50, man. Yes, thank you. It's awesome. Derek, I don't. The fucking pervy little dude that goes out and harasses porn stars. Do we know who I'm talking about now? Oh no. Farrell, god damn it. Where did this come from? Oh no. Let's hear this. And we're not gonna get there, guys. I hate you, Farrell. I want you to know that.
So I got a $1.79 tip. Someone says, my name is Sylvester Stollerwone. Oh, Lord. From a passive detractor, credit where it's due. Both the Craig and the Steve interviews were tough. You stood your ground. I respect that. And you do put on a fun show. P.S. I want to get some blood samples from you. Can I send you my blood sample guide to start taking? That's another one. Remember I said I'm going to install the rotating door on the front of my house? So that'll be next. So we'll have the lie detector, the blood sample. We'll have someone take pictures of my whole house and try to account for every piece of things that I have in here and how much it's worth. Why not? Right, let's keep going.
Femboys, woo! Calm down, zombie. Yeah, by the way, this is catastrophizing. This is yet another, or going to an extreme. This is something else he does. You guys, everybody knows somebody like this. You either have a friend couple that acts this way, or you yourself have been in a relationship like this, right? And hold on. All right, Ghost, I'm looking. Hold on. Bro, it's 43 seconds. Fine. I'll finish this bit, or what I want to say, and then I'll play it. Okay. So everybody has seen this relationship, right? Or maybe it's even a friend. Anyway, I'm digressing. Doesn't matter who it is. You guys have seen this. I guarantee it. Hear me out.
I can stand up from a chair.
Russian Milk Bear, thank you for the 2. He didn't catch a permaban because Kino said so. Or didn't he catch a permaban because Kino said so? Yes, he did. But he didn't want to because it would give the trolls a W. Yeah. But we'll just say for the sake of argument, it's a boyfriend-girlfriend, right? And when he's introducing her, right, the boyfriend says, "This my bitch, Sarah," right? And aside, he pulled, in the group of friends, Sarah talks to, we'll just say, Kyle, punches holes through the walls, Monster Energy drink, says, "Kyle, I really don't like it when you introduce me as your bitch. Okay. I mean, I understand it's probably a term of endearment or whatever, but I don't appreciate it. Okay. Very reasonable request. You know, obviously it personally impacts her. Fairly simple. And the retort being, well, I guess I'll just never speak again. Bitch, who the fuck asked you to never speak again? We asked you if you'd been tested for autism. We asked you if you were healthy. We asked you if Kat was healthy. We asked you if... Nobody's asking for a team of doctors to come into your house and fucking take photographs of you and fucking put a revolving door. Why are we going to that level of fucking catastrophizing? Why? I don't... I'm not a fan of it. Okay, now Ghost, 43 seconds. This better be good, dog. This better be good.
I have...
Denied. Sit down. You require more Vespine gas.
Okay, I'm giggling.
Come on, guys. Let's get it going.
Denied.
Come on, guys.
Shut up! Prune juice!
Thank you for allowing me to hit all of my goals, fill the coffers, and fell the trolls. Thank you guys so much. 55 straight streams, crushing it. I really appreciate you all.
Thank you so very, very
Dear
much.
God.
That's probably killing my bit rate.
All right, it was worth it. It was worth it. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Well done. Well done. All in Minecraft, obviously. Obviously, yes.
What's next, right? By the way, that's a joke. For those who are kind of slow on the uptake, that's a joke. It's not for real. I'm not welcoming anyone to my home. I live in a private community. If you show up
Yeah, I know. It went dark really fast, but it also gave me a giggle, Lunar.
uninvited, you'll get arrested. Just so you know. Let's see here.
Well, hold on. What did he say? If you come to my house?
I live in a private community. If you show up uninvited, you'll get arrested. Just
No, you won't. You'll be trespassed. Calm the fuck down.
so you know.
No, you'll be trespassed. Calm the fuck down.
Let's see here. What an idiot. Someone tipping and lying, saying that I said that
Serge Drago, thank you so much for subbing, man.
Side Scrollers is not successful and they have a failing podcast. I never said that. I said Side Scrollers was not successful. They did have a failing podcast. Their podcast did completely fail. They had to basically let go of all the staff that they were working with, and then the show completely changed and became a political show, which is now successful because they grift to idiotic people who like extremist right-wing thoughts. Their Side Scrollers has nothing to do with side scrolling. The name of the show is about video games, and the show has nothing to do with video games. It's a
Yeah, and here we are at DSP Gaming, where somebody did an analysis of from the time he went on air to the time he started gaming, and said pick any one of the first 3 Lord of the Rings movies. You can watch the whole thing before you ever see Phil play a game.
the right-wing grifter show now. That's why it's popular, because right now, right-wing politics are in vogue. So, yeah. But I never said that they're not successful now. I said they were a failure before, which they absolutely were. We'll take a look at their views and everything. The most viewed show they ever had was the one I was on. And then they could never top that. They could never get that back.
Which is actually quite unique. I'm sorry, I'm back on the whole Lord of the Rings thing. I could be sitting down listening to some,
I am the pinnacle
Hobbits.
of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Russian Milk Bear, get to me. I'll get to you in 2 seconds. Watching the Hobbits talk about, cooking up nice crispy bacon. Or we could hear Phil talking about how he needs support. Does anybody want to watch Lord of the Rings all of a sudden? I kind of want to watch Lord of the Rings. Russian Milk Bear, thank you for the 2, says instant 5-star gets a wanted level if you show up. Yeah. They call in, Max Tack. Max Tack gets called if you show up on Phil in Phil Burnell's neighborhood. And you don't fuck with Max Tack.
Until they became right-wing grifters. It's just a fact. You can't even dispute it.
You can't dispute it. Yes, you can. You can dispute fucking anything, you asshole.
I got a $2.22 tip. Am I going to bring back DS politics? Not right now. I may eventually. I like to leave the door open. I like to have ideas. I do feel like I kind of screwed up because I should have done it at a different time. I should have waited for the election and all of that. I did it too early, and I kind of killed the momentum that it would have had. People now, if I do DS politics again, people will be like, well, you already did it.
Oh, Ghost, I have it on my Plex.
Right?
But thank you. Thank you for the offer.
Let's be honest. The politics show here was only getting, $60 a stream. People were sitting there not even responding during the show. They were watching, but they weren't even saying a word in the chat. It was dead.
Because you didn't have any takes worth even agreeing with or disagreeing with, okay? You can create a hell of a show by being polarizing, by saying, let's say here, everybody knows my stance on gun control. I think you should be able to buy a minigun and light your weed off the smoking barrels, okay? You guys all might know my position on that, okay? But if I were to be like, anybody who has a gun should be executed, I guarantee you I'd have people in chat calling me a dumbass. Okay? Guarantee it. Okay? You can get people talking, man. You can.
don't really care. Since I'm not an extremist dude, since I'm not going to be all the way to the right or all the way to the left, the politics show doesn't work. I have to go extreme.
What? Right, because you don't have a personality. You are actually wanting everybody to love you.
Extreme one way for it to work, because that's basically how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, people only want to hear the most extreme dramatic shit. They don't want to hear
Matthew James, you're asking the wrong question. You said, are tanks guns? It's not the question. Are tanks arms? Because we have the right to bear arms. I'm just saying a micro rocket pod might be considered arms. I'm just saying.
Rational thought. They think rational thought is boring. Okay. I received a $5 tip from Mars Inhabitant. Shouldn't you have a sixth sense by now when walking into an E-interview ambush? Shit, I almost overflowed my cup there. Like that and say thank you.
Oh my God. Guys, the company overflowed the mug. They put too much water. It was the company who put too much water in the mug.
Your time. I know what this is, and bow out and not waste hours of your life instead of worrying about the optics of leaving suddenly to your trolls and sticking around for hours on end. Yeah, but here's the thing, Mars Inhabitant, right? Was it a complete waste of my time? Yes, it was. Absolutely. But what actually came out of it? Number one, nothing new was said whatsoever. It was literally a copy-paste regurgitation, okay, of everything that's already been said on Kiwi Farms to a T. Not even, like I said, 100% stolen, nothing original whatsoever. I've seen the chart. I've heard the
You've seen the chart. Oh, does he mean? Okay, he means the bank leaks. And by the way, pause game on point. Which, dear God, man, that face. Fuck. Did I forget
all
one?
These super chats are great.
Hold on.
But remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
Oh God, thank God I didn't. I thought I forgot a fucking super chat early. This is why I try to read them out as soon as I get them. Sorry about that. Wrestling Rancher with a 5 says, not extremist. I know it's technically it's not technically the same thing, but King Be Cruel rant comes across as extreme. Yeah. And what did that get him? That got him a fuck ton of engagement. It got him a fuck ton of like notoriety, just like he likes. I don't know about financing or finances, but it definitely got him. It definitely got him people talking about him.
Look, but to me, what really...
That was him clipping, by the way. I think that was Duty that did that. Hold on, let me check.
100% stolen, nothing original whatsoever. I've seen the chart. I've heard the look, but to me, what really... Does it really matter? Like, I wasn't going to be putting on a stream that then was going to get views and support if I just quit the show, right? So, listen, I said I would do it. I did it. If anything, let's be honest, right? There were 3 people on that show, all right? One guy was screaming at the top of his lungs, losing his control of his voice, acting like a weirdo, okay?
Oh, I haven't heard this bit. Do tell, man. Do tell. What am I? Am I a piece of shit? Am I disingenuous? Am I a cringe lord? What? What am I? Let's hear it. Let's go.
Just regurgitating other people's work, saying it was his, acting like he had done research he didn't do, outright lying to his audience, okay? And basically was not conducting an interview. It was a screaming match. The second person on the show was someone who claimed to be a former retired cop, all right, but operates a detractor channel on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
And openly admitted on the show publicly that they gave money to another detractor by the name of Super Crazy to file a frivolous lawsuit against me that never would have gone anywhere because there's no legal case there, but he was so stupid he gave the guy money anyway.
Yeah, I admitted that he got me. He got me because I thought he was actually going to try and file a suit. Yeah, he got me. I didn't claim it. I told you that. Oh, and by the way, it has been brought up by at least one. I'm going to say more. I was going to say moron, but then I felt like I would be Phil. So I'll just say person. I'll leave it respectable. That there's no way Broside Phil is a former law enforcement officer. I am toying with the notion. I have not decided yet. And it's not out yet. When my documentary of the homicide that I ran point on comes out, of actually reacting to it, not live, not for the first time, because I will do that privately with my family and my friends and the other folks that live around my area that helped work on that case. And we will watch it together. I am toying with reacting to it here. So that should dismiss all claims. You guys will recognize my voice. We, of course, will actually know who I am. I'm toying with that notion. And then lastly, somebody brought it up. I think it was on That Being Said today. I do still hold receipts of all of my certifications, including my law enforcement certification, my CVSA certification, interview and interrogation, basic and advanced, death investigations, fucking train investigations, certified forensic computer examiner, my CFCE, my CCPA, all of it. I still have copies of all of them. Okay, so if it ever does push comes to shove, where Broside Phil absolutely must validate that he was in law enforcement. Fuck, man, I still have my flat badge when I was a detective. I bought it myself.
Fat boys, woo!
I still have that. So I got the receipts. I do have them.
Okay. And then there was me, the guy who was supposed to be getting interviewed, trying to actually respond in a rational, calm manner, and couldn't get 2 words in edgewise. Who looked better out of the 3 of us?
I don't know, man.
The pinnacle of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Russian Milk Bear, thank you for the 2. Clearly all fake. Clearly. Yes. Makes complete and total sense. My Officer of the Year award from 2015. Yeah, it's all fake. It's all fake.
Me. Now, I don't think I'm going to get anything out of that.
My published name in 2 federal court decisions and a Supreme Court decision.
Okay, but because I act rationally.
Sorry. I'm done. I'm done now. Sorry.
Because I came out as the sane person on the call, I'm the only one who really stands to benefit when it comes from a logical perspective. Okay, financially, Steve won. Detractor-wise, Broside Phil won because he's the first detractor who actually had a direct conversation with me, right?
Which, again, thanks, Steve. I did not expect to ever be able to feather in my cap that one. I know full well there are at least, I could think of at least 5 that would have done a better job than me. I guarantee it. I'm sure there's more that would have done a better job than me, but I can think of at least 5. Thank you, Steve, for in unknowingly giving me that feather in the cap.
Right? But when it actually comes to intelligent people,
thanks, Nugs.
I'm the one who won that because I didn't look like a nut job.
Right? Oh, thanks, Coach Rue. I appreciate that.
The moment he starts talking about the stupid bank leaks or whatever, I'm out of here. All you would hear is Phil rage quit, Phil rage.
And Thessamont, yes, I guarantee you he believes that the old prostitute story of you have to tell me if you're a cop if I ask, he definitely does.
Phil does, which is stupid, right? So it's all good. It really isn't a big deal. If anything now, I think you understand that I'm probably not doing interviews anymore. Right? Like,
oh my God.
You know, again, this was actually the first time I was fooled because, like I said, the last time,
we're back.
You know, I got myself into that arena, so the person to blame was me. In this case, it was absolutely 100% disingenuous.
Damn, that was quick.
And again, I'm taking Ashton at his word here of what he's saying, that this was not planned, and they definitely didn't think that this was going to happen or go this way. That wasn't the original plan whatsoever. You know, they thought it was going to be like a real interview and didn't know it was going to be an attack session with detractors and the likes.
Yeah, and why don't you go ahead and watch that fucking decompress or whatever it was that Ashton did afterwards when they were like, Steve, we'll see you on Tuesday, and then tell me that.
So, you know. So there you go. Michael, with a $1.25 tip, says, I remember during the interview, I asked you for the name.
I've heard, I heard, Taraka, I was thinking about pushing this to Sunday, but I knew I had some time tonight. Plus, it was weighing on my mind, and my girlfriend actually had some stuff she wanted to do. So
but remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
I elected to do it today. Yes, it's in direct competition of Steve's stream. I urge you guys, if I'm boring you, which would not surprise me, go check out Steve. He's a good dude. Shale with the 5. Steve and Broside. Should make a regular thing. Good cop, bad cop on people from the internet. I mean, I wouldn't say no. I actually had a lot of fun with Steve. I got to talk with him in DMs before the interview. Dude is very genuine, very nice guy. And in my conversations, you guys are going to fucking find this insane. Outside of his persona, Triple P seems like he's a pretty genuine guy.
From a chair.
Again, that's outside the persona. It's tough to tell if he's pulling a fast one on me. But if he's not, if he's as genuine as he seems in DMs, he actually seems like a pretty decent, just a dude. He just seems like a dude. So thank you, Shayol. I appreciate that. And then Sucking on D's Nuts, again, one of my favorite names. Bill needs to have a direct interview with a 2x4 in Minecraft. Jesus Christ. Wrestling Richard, yeah, take the word of the guy who openly admits that your precious wrestling show exists solely to fuck with you. Brained play, Phil. Way to go. Yeah, you're not wrong, Rancher.
I remember during the interview, he asked you for the name of the barber shop who cut your hair. What are you talking about? Huh? Thanks for the $1 tip. I have no idea what that means at all.
Oh, thanks, Lemur.
Very confused. It wasn't phrased right, so I can't really read it to understand what he's saying. I don't know if he's asking, did I answer? Did he answer? Did who answer? I have no idea. I can't read it. It's not English. I received a $4.98 tip.
Oh, I'm cordial. I don't blind trust. Absolutely don't blind trust. But I was just saying he seems genuine. Maybe he's not.
Let's see. In my opinion, you should stop having interviews where your past is the main focus. Everything has been talked about to death at this point. There's no reason to keep having the same mindless conversation. All of us who support you have heard this a million times, and we don't care. Me, for example, I just came back from home, and I watched the podcast to relax, and I may donate from time to time because I enjoy your show, not because I feel bad because of your financial situation. Yesterday's interview benefited no one. This guy acted like he exposed...
There's no way in hell Phil did not write this.
The world's biggest scammer when all he did was represent all the things that your detractors have been talking about for close to a decade now. Completely worthless show, in my opinion. If you have any more appearances on other shows in the future, you should be a part of the show like you did with the casino during the election, not be on a show that your past is the main focus once again. Everyone knows about it by now. People that support you don't care. They do. 100% in agreement. I want to be able to be a part of discussions that aren't about me.
Dude, come on.
Can I be very honest with everyone? I don't.
Okay, and we're onward to very honest portion, Phil. I love very honest Phil, as opposed to not very honest Phil.
I think I'm that interesting, right? I don't. I just don't think I'm the most interesting dude, right? I make gaming content. I hang out with a small audience. We have a good time. They support me. It works.
They support me, God.
But I don't really think that I'm that big of a deal. Like, I would love to go and be on a show where we talk about various topics that have nothing to do with me, but I can maybe weigh in. Whether it's current events, whether it is politics, whether it's...
You have no life experience.
Pop culture, whether it's, whatever it may be. Maybe, a show about, I don't know, talking about, like, for example, how woke culture is failing now because
oh my God,
they went so far to the left that the entire world went right, But it doesn't always have to be about that. That could be an interesting topic. Like, for example, when I was doing the politics show, what was one of the most popular things I did? I criticized the Snow White trailer from Disney.
That wasn't popular. That was insufferable.
Or I called out the Black Lives Matter activist on her bullshit. That was the stuff that people liked about the show. It wasn't me necessarily covering stories. It was me talking about moments that could be interesting and I can weigh in on in a good way, right? Like
those were two of the most horrendous takes he had during his fucking DS politics as well, by the way.
I think those are the kind of things that can work, right? But I'm not saying that that's necessarily the end-all be-all either. You know what I'm saying? I have a tremendous amount of knowledge on video games.
Street Fighter. And not on video games, on playing them badly.
I have a tremendous amount of knowledge on being a creator, on working on YouTube, right? Like, I've been doing this for 16 years. Can you name another person who's been doing it for 16 years and been through it?
No, because nobody does it for 16 years. They do it for like 1 to 2 years while they're building. They're popular for about, 2 to 3 years. They get burnt out and they retire, Phil. What are you talking about?
There is many iterations, trials, tribulations, changes, and things that I have. But does anyone ever ask me about it? That was the preface of the interview yesterday. What I read earlier, that's what Steve said it was going to be. And I was like, oh, that could be a really interesting interview. Talk about how surviving on YouTube, how you could do it, and what I went through and all those things.
Yeah. But in your situational awareness is so fucking piss poor. You did not see the giant landmine that said, jump here, waiting right in front of you. You just said, jump right there? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted. So... yeah, that'd be great to be able to chime in on those topics. I could talk about Street Fighter, the history of fighting.
No one cares about fucking Street Fighter, Phil. Like, they're a Street Fighter enthusiast. Fuck, man, make that your channel. Talk about strategies. Talk about fucking Street Fighter 2 Turbo fucking strategies. I don't care. Apparently, you were pretty good at Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So I hear. You were definitely better than me, okay? A tip of my hat, sir. You were better than me, definitely at Street Fighter 2. Turbo, or whatever the fuck it was. Talk about that. Don't expect... thousands upon thousands of people and thousands upon thousands of dollars. Just don't.
Fighting games, the grassroots community coming up in it, what it was like back in the day. I am an untapped source of knowledge.
Oh my God. Dude.
Look at him and tell me there's a God.
To talk about.
Who bothered to spawn you? And why?
About me. They want to do the easy thing. They want to say, hey, let's talk about drama from 5 to 10 years ago. Act like it happens today to milk it for money from your brain dead detractors. That's it. Like, every person does this now. It's like, it's such a waste of time, right? For everyone.
How about I come out at the beginning of every show and hit you upside the head with a hammer?
I'd watch that show.
And light your teeth on fire and puncture your eardrums with golf tees until your spinal fluid leaks out.
There's no productive thing there. It's a waste of everyone's time. So,
by the way, just as a reminder, this motherfucker has a 135 ELO in chess. Okay? But I'm not saying I'm a fucking genius or anything like that, but I got way above 135, man.
You don't matter unless you...
Okay, Norman, thank you for the 5. I really appreciate it. Saying, hey, man, I wanted to let you know, I thought you did a fantastic job on Truth Seekers interview. I don't understand the flack you got. I do. Number one, and I'll make this brief because I've talked about it ad nauseum. I understand it because I let him get to me, or I let me become more passionate than was necessary. I also was trying not to absolutely scream my head off, because that dude... that dude was rough. Talking to that dude's rough. Matthew James, need a rematch? sometime, man, for sure. But yeah, the reason I caught flack, I did get over emotional. I absolutely did. And I admit it. I've listened back to it. A lot of the shit I said came off as cringe despite my intent. It just did. You can disagree all you want. I think it did. I hated almost every fucking word I said. But I appreciate all the support the community has come out and just told me, hey, you did great. You did great. Don't listen to people. You guys have been fantastic. It has made, it definitely cheered me up. So sorry to rant on this again. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
That's the kind of stuff I would like to do, right? I don't want to be doing interviews about me anymore. There's no point. You know, there is just no fucking point. Okay. Let's see here.
Notes embrace the cringe.
So I got a
set
$5
myself
tip,
free.
few thoughts on the subject, or a few thoughts on the subject. I forgot to put A, okay? The perverse manner in which they perpetuate the hate and giving a platform for this kind of hateful community, in my opinion, is a worse outcome than you becoming irrelevant and phasing into obscureness. This hate community, which maybe is growing, is creating more hatred in society, and it's a symptom of the times. The sick shit they have on their channels daily, talking about you, how you should die, bad things happening to your family. I mean, that's actively psychotic behavior, and this shit is...
What? I take that back. There was a stream where I went absolutely 10-8 on him. I'm not blaming the alcohol. I am saying alcohol was involved. That is not a blame. That was me speaking out of turn and not saying what I meant. So that was a me thing. But that one is no longer live. I don't have that live stream up anymore because the StarCraft stream doesn't exist. And if anybody who is new here doesn't get that reference, don't worry, because you'll never get that reference because the StarCraft stream doesn't exist. But I don't know. I know Atlas would never do that. I know TBS would never do that. Neither would any of the four of them. They would not threaten actual physical harm, like plotted physical harm. I'm sure every detractor has said, God, I want to punch this motherfucker in the face. Because of course we have. But I don't know of anybody who's actually like fucking threatening death upon it.
Is enabled by internet, which is known to give edge to anonymous trolls and also actual monetization of this kind of crap. Yeah. I mean, I literally can't say a thing to counter anything you just said. You know, should YouTube allow monetization of hate? Of course not. But they do, unless you sue. Like I said, if I hit the lotto, like let's say I hit the lotto and I was, you know, I had hundreds of millions of dollars, I could shut down these channels, but does it really? A normal person can't do that. There should be no monetization of hate content on YouTube, period.
I don't hate, I observe.
This should have been.
The fact you attribute it to hate tells me about, you know, how fucking coddled you are.
Ended many years ago, but it wasn't, and because of that, you now have an entire culture of people who just think it's okay to wish others harm, so that and you make bank on it. It's pretty fucked, in my opinion. It really is.
Yeah, didn't in this stream or later on this stream, he was like, people are already starting. I'm gonna slap your cock and ban you or some shit like that. Didn't he say that?
I received a $5 tip. Interest in lolcow culture is about self-discovery and denial of the...
Yeah, I know it achieved nothing, Bebos. Trust me, I am very cognizant of that fact, as much as I wanted it to, you know, do something.
Gravity of the culture we built together. One saying goes, beware of fighting monsters lest you become one. You could argue that people hating you are reflecting on the hateful nature of our own society.
I am the pinnacle of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Robin, thank you for the 5. Says, I'm confused how he can be confused on why people only want to talk about him. He has nothing interesting to offer, no insights to glean, factual retconning, perhaps, Robin? If you accidentally, or you got cut off, just tag me and finish off your thought, dude. Yeah. I got to hear what you're saying now. Hold on. Thank you, though, Ramen, for the 5. I really appreciate it.
I received a $5 tip.
Yeah, I'll cock slap you with my ASCII code penis. That's an ASCII code, yeah. Oh, thank you, Matt, for subbing.
Culture is about
retardation. There we go.
Discovery and denial of the depravity of the culture we built together. One saying goes, beware of fighting monsters lest you become one. You could argue that people hating you are reflecting on the hateful nature of our own society and our inability to reform ourselves to be better or to do better.
None of your dents did not write this. There's no way in hell.
Hence, you have become one of the scapegoats and the sacrificial lamb to wash ourselves from our own inadequacy. There you go. I mean, I've never understood lolcow culture because I don't care about it. I don't like it. Like, for example, can we be honest? Like, who were the original lolcows before they were internet?
Phil Burnell.
Lolcows, reality TV celebrities, right? The people who were on The Real World. Okay.
No. Well, yes, those were the kind of lolcow celebrities. But dude, I've seen your going to conventions and tournaments videos. You didn't know it. You were a lolcow. You didn't know you were a lolcow. But within your circles in the fighting game community, you were him. You're always going to be him. You've always been him. You're going to stay him.
The guy's on Jackass. The Kardashians, for God's sakes, right? And that weird reality TV culture then perpetuated that other people wanted to put themselves out there as celebrity stars, but they didn't have the avenue to do it on TV, so they started doing it on the internet. But then what happens is when you put yourself in the spotlight, you can then deride those people and make jokes of them and make fun of them and turn them into lolcows, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, Knoxville wasn't a lolcow. Jackass was not a lolcow. That was just funny. Like, it was absolute toilet humor, base juvenile hilarity, but what can I say, man? It fucking made me laugh.
But I just don't care about that. I never did.
Yeah, sells empty game
You're never going to see me on
cases.
Lolcow Live, right? Having my chest shaved, having pick up trash, drink piss water out of a bottle, being buried alive, going...
Could we? Not the piss water, but the other one? I'll let you remember.
To a Democratic rally wearing a MAGA hat. You're never going to see me pulling stunts, right? I don't care about that stuff. Those are people who are living and banking on that, right? I guess trying to make the best of it. For me, I don't care. I'm far above it. I want to make meaningful...
I'm far above... Dude, take your head. Stop sucking your own cock. Okay? Stop it. It's bad for your back. You have back problems already. You're gonna make that R3, R4 disc burst, okay? Just, you need to stop sucking your own dick.
Full content for intelligent people. It's
I am
just
the
hard.
pinnacle of male fitness. I can stand up from a chair.
Sucking on D's nuts. God, I love the name. Give Phil the Ivan Drago treatment. Also very telling that if Phil won the lottery, he'd be more worried about his detractors instead of bettering his life with his roommate, or wife, or his parents. Very true. Very, very true. And then Zombie Fan with the 5 says, Phil has 0 life experience and went through 0 hardships in life 42 years. Hell, I'm half his age and have more life experience than Phil.
Great. But remember, you don't matter unless you tip.
And that is 100% true. You could... Most people who have gone through university or gone through college and are starting their first career within probably 12 to 18 months are now marketed or more marketable and better suited for positions or even entry level positions than anything Phil could get his hands on. They're just better at life. They have a higher score in life than Phil. And you can measure that in a multitude of ways, but they do. So, sucking on D's nuts again. Thank you for the tenor. And I also found it, I wanted to come back to this, sorry. I also found it very telling that when he says, if I won the lottery, you better watch out. If I won the lottery, I don't know. I'd probably stream a fuck ton more because I wouldn't have work to do until it got boring. And then I'd go find another hobby. And... I don't know. I would have a bajillion fucking dollars. Why would you matter, Phil? Like, why? And if I was you and I got a bajillion dollars, why the fuck would your fucking detractors fucking matter? Like, what are we talking about here?
Find some. You know what I'm saying?
King Be Cruel, what's up, man?
It sure seems to me like in our modern world, in this modern internet,
what's up? How
it's
you
hard
doing?
to find people with brains that function properly. There's a lot more people who just want to be stupid.
Yeah.
And I guess you can't really help that. That's just a...
Fuck, let me talk on this, because people have been asking me about this, so let me talk on this. Still have not seen the stream. Everybody who is reading about the King Be Cruel, what King Be Cruel is talking about Alt Snood and Indrid. I have not seen the stream. I have seen a clip of it. I watched it very quickly and shut it off. Just a little bit of it because I didn't want to hear it. I still have yet to watch it in full. ALT basically said today, on that being said, he's like, Broside Phil understands that he is a content creator, therefore puts himself open to criticism. That is correct. I do not disparage that fact. Meerkat, in the same show, said, I agree with what Alt said, and I think they went too hard at him. I think they were actually mean to you. And that was the end of it. One of the two, because I don't want to out the person who has, one of the two of DB, Tractor Beam, has reached out to me and we have had words, and they were very nice words. I still am reserving judgment as to how I feel about that because I still have not yet seen it. I wish no ill will towards Snood and Indrid. I wish no ill will toward ALT, but I at this time do not have an opinion. I'm sorry if that's anticlimactic. That is just the way it is for now. I'm sorry.
Symptom of society, right? The more people there are, the dumber they get. And that's what's happened. People just sit on the internet all day. and want to dump on these people. Dump. For what? You're right. It is a symptom of the society. The society is degraded to the point where this is now entertainment and this is acceptable behavior in our culture. It's really bizarre. It really is.
And listen to how and by comparison to what we're talking about with Phil here, right? Oh, this is terrible behavior. I am morally superior, and I'm this and I'm that. I was like, look, what happened with me? I don't know what it is. I'm not claiming to be a better person, a worse person, or anything like that. I don't have an opinion. And even if I do have an opinion, whatever, it's just a fucking opinion, man. Like, your fucking way you look at life, the way that you see things is not the way everybody fucking sees things, man. So just calm the fuck down, okay? Like, you live in Washington, right? Fucking smoke some weed. Eat a fucking brownie. Have a gummy. Jesus Christ.
A few more tips here. I think we had super chats too, right? I haven't checked Kick.
Hey, and look at that. That's the end of it. I didn't realize it was going to cut off that quickly. But hey, look at that. I really don't have much more content, and I told the lady...
Word for word.
And hey, we're at the aftermath. I'm actually probably going to send you to Steve if he'll let me. I don't really have much else. So before I do send you to Steve, I will go ahead and open up. I don't really have much in terms of like background prettiness to incentivize you guys. But if there is anything that you did want to ask, please feel free. I would love to, I don't know, get any pressing matters out if you guys do have, because my Twitter and Discord have blown the fuck up. So I would love if you guys have any questions or anything like that. Please feel free. Just tag me in the chat, you guys. So did I get that thing you sent me? That thing you sent me? I'm sure I did. I actually have to go now and check my thing here to make sure people haven't been sending me stuff. No questions. King Be Cruel, no, it's fine, man. You're good. What's my favorite lunch meat sandwich? Lunch meat sandwich, I don't know, just a standard fucking turkey, cheese, mayo, pickles, mustard. That's about it. Question, why didn't you call Phil on all his BS when you had the chance? Fair enough. Hold on. Let me put that up. So... why didn't I call Phil on all his BS when I had the chance? One, it was not my interview. Okay. It's not my place. I didn't get him on my stream as a guest. It is not my place to sideline and or cause a risk of having the other guest leave because I wanted to satisfy my own fucking egotistical, whatever you want to call it. Trust me, I wanted to. Two, I wanted to keep him talking, and going off on him wasn't going to keep him talking. So I know where you're coming from. I think I know where you're coming from, Bebo Sephiroth. I wanted to. I couldn't. Did the bank file a police report for the identity theft? I don't believe they did. Or if they did, the syntax of my request was not specific enough. I believe I requested anything where he was victim, witness, suspect, or other. And so if that was met, then no, because he should have been reported onto the Renton Police Department unless it was jurisdictionally wherever the bank has its headquarters. So I don't know. Did I skip leg day? Ghost? No, I did not. Ravens Dolphins situation. Jesus. So Ravens Dolphin, the 16-year-old thing, I think it's fucking scummy as shit. I have been talking with King Sly. I believe that Ravens Dolphin could be prosecuted for something known as exposing minors to obscene materials. We've been talking about that. I've told Sly I'll back whatever decision he makes. There's an entrapment aspect of this because Raven was not the one to initiate contact. It was the quote-unquote target. The target initiated contact. And there is case law about target initiation versus being having the target be initiated upon. So my take on it is that Raven's fucking piece of shit. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I think the IRS will go after him. No, too small a fish. They're not going to go after him. Authority in on the receipts or my support. Oh, thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. There was cringe. I know there was cringe. I know there was. Fuck, I cringe when I'm looking at it. Bebos, thanks, man. Because I know that type of shit where people wanted me to fucking lambast him. I know that rub people raw, and I appreciate you taking my answer at that value. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. Sent me a Twitter with 2 questions. Holy shit. Let me see. Well, I think you look great in that dress. Benny. No, I'm joking. Benny did not actually send me that. Can I please explain what happens with correspondence when someone leaves the Force? Does the Force keep it, or does the officer, you and Steve and Rare Tricks, set Rare Tricks free? Really? Well, first, let me answer the first part. Correspondence, when you're talking about emails or you're talking about field notes or you're talking about stuff like that, I still maintain a repository of all my field notes because I know that some of my cases are still active, not that they'll ever go to court. But my field notes are open to subpoena. So anything I personally wrote down that I was able to take away from the PD, I still have. It's in a case downstairs. When it comes to case law, especially stuff that is covered by oh my God, I can't even fucking remember it now. Not JIRA. CGIS. When it's covered by CGIS information, I cannot possess. That is only possessible by law enforcement entity behind locked doors. I do have some of my old cases, but nothing like that. Now, when it comes to Steve, me and Steve setting Rare Tricks free, I did not know this. That is news to me. So I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of feel proud if that's the case. But thank you, Benny. So let me see. Where was Benny? Benny was here. No file from the bank because he's too big of a pussy to talk about to the bank. Ravens Dolphins is a sausage. Benny says damn true because that would completely destroy my narrative. My thoughts on Snood defending Raven. Arkham, the last I knew, Snood renounced the defense sometime in January of 2024. I haven't deep dived that, so I don't have a great stance on it. I hope that makes sense. Any thought on the other 7 detractors Steve mentioned that it could have been? My guess is Duty, probably ALT, the Steve of the Dead. Anybody who's done a lot of back end research, maybe June the King, the other guy who was supposed to interview him, and the other guy who did the oh my God, that did the interview on him, but that he hated, the 10 years of failure or whatever. How soon can we expect to look into the female detective Phil talked about? I am going to be looking into that. I now have a lead on that I'm going to start pressing. And I will press that probably sometime, not next week because I'm going to be in Tallahassee, but the week after. Do I believe it when Phil said he had no idea of who I am? Coin toss. I don't know. Oh, Razzie the Lost offers some context. Says, I owed the IRS $250 to $275. They called me. They do that for so little that my ass DSP is too little. I was not aware of that, Razziel. Fuck it. IRS, go get him. Fuck it. Roachbait, 10 years. Oh, 10 years. Wow. He's been duty ALT's chat. Can you or someone report his case to the IRS, or is that not how it works? I actually don't know. I haven't looked into reporting things into the IRS. Mike Klum, yes, that was him, and Turkey Tom. I thought maybe that they would be in it. Rare Tricks is the cake guy X whale. I think Phil stalks all his detractors. DSP banned Broside. Of course, he knows who I am. That is true. I was pre-banned before I ever tried to speak. Broside Phil, the moniker Broside Phil was banned. I believe the name Broside Phil is banned. Referencing me is banned as well because Broside Archive was immediately banned. I got to say one. Well, it was immediately banned. I did get to say one thing and then boom, it was banned. But yeah, anything Broside I think is banned on site. So wouldn't federal law be different than state laws in regards to the IRS? IRS is a federal entity. So there might be a state tax authority that he has to answer to, but IRS is going to be federal every time. Holy shit, man. Steve is fucking hitting it out the park. I'm looking at his stream right now. Old boy's got 1,000 watching. Like just fucking crushing it. Good for him. That is fucking amazing. So I had dirty cop, former big bro side, all keywords added to the banned list in the Burnell household. I think at the very least, well, he's aware of me now. That's for damn sure. I should do Q&As more often, Benny. Fuck, man. I just didn't know if it would, keep people's interest. So, I try to do what the people like, you guys. Don't you know? Which obviously that's, I think, his shout out to next bit. Who is it that one that does the you guys? Because I use that voice all the time and I never give the dude credit. Oh God, I have it and I don't have it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, this is going to bother me. Ludicrous. Thank you. I knew it was an M, but it wasn't Medicare or something like that. Mr. Ludicrous. That's it. Thank you. Seemingly odd. Did I get the second image that you sent? Hold on. I must check now. Seemingly odd. Yeah, the I want it now. Yeah. I didn't realize that was Phil. Oh shit. I just thought Jesus fucking Christ. Wow. That is amazing. That's really good. Bleeding Light, man. Thank you for subbing, man. I really appreciate it. Phil thinks he's a space marine. He's actually a guardsman who's in prison for committing heresy. True. Yeah, and big ups to Lord Diaz, of course, guys. Big ups. I've come across a YouTuber who does Zesty Phil content that is funny and the voice is spot on. Would that by any chance be H-Bomb, Bebos? Because H-Bomb is a friend to the channel. He's a good guy. If you haven't been by his channel, definitely stop by. That's H-Bomb. I think channel name is the same. Dude is a friend of the channel. He's good people. Go sub to H-Bomb. He's awesome. He does... okay, guys. He has Spicy Phil, and Spicy Phil is absolutely fantastic. I die every time. And he puts some really cool visual effects on him, but holy shit, man. It's great. It's great. But guys, I will go ahead and have to wind it down. I told her that I'd be off in about 2.5 to 3 hours. I think I started at 5:30. It's now 8, so 2.5. Yes, I've kept my promise. Space Marine chapter when I fucking read one of the books or listen to one of the books. I'm sorry. I'm fucking failing life. What can I tell you? It is what it is. Let me go ahead and edit this the channel shenanigans so I can send you to the man myth legend that is Truth Seekers. I'm gonna send you him because dude absolutely fucking blew my channel up. My Twitter followers have gone through the roof. My subs have gone through the roof. The dude just fucking dropped a prominence bomb on me, and I definitely owe the man. So let me see if I can bomb him. He may have his stuff locked down. If I can spell truth correctly, that would really help. Truth Seekers. There we go. It says it's searching. Almighty Tevin, feasting with the king. Truth. I cannot redirect him. He doesn't have it set up in community settings, so I can't redirect him. I instead am going to send you to Linden Arranged. That's the one that I have up. There's the late night call-in show for WPIG. Oh yeah, I can give you the link. Here. Tell them I sent you. Here. That's the live stream. Go there and tell them I sent you. Everybody else, I'm going to send you to Linden Arranged, because Lynn cracks me up. He's a good guy. But yeah, until next time, guys, which will probably be Tuesday. I don't know for sure, actually, because like I said, I'm going to be remote. If there's stuff to talk about, great. Oh, and I will try to keep you guys all up to date with the other officer. I'm super excited about that. Till next time, guys, swallows the goal for a troll. Lift heavy, eat clean, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Don't be like Phil. Never be like Phil. And until next time, guys, thank you again for all your kind words in the last 36 to 48 hours. And until I see you again, bye.